Hello. Oh boy. We're rushing. We're rushing to get this all set up. Okay, people are checked in. Very nice. Let's double check this. All right, looking good. Looking good. It's a tournament today. I'm playing Vampire Ghost. That's right. The OG. My original faction. That got me so famous. And we're up against Boss Toss Revenge. Round one. Alright, here we go. Boss Toss. Hit him up with the yo-yo. I'm Vampire Ghost. Oh crap, did I forget to declare? I did forget to declare. I'm a fool. I knew there was something I forgot. Alrighty, here we go. Is it change of Vampire Coast? No, but meta shifted. Meta shifted for them. Let's see, Game of the Heart needs a Swiss point. If you hear Trizic, do let me know so then I don't have to worry about adminning. Boss Sauce is Nurgle, by the way. How exciting. Whoa. And they're banning Itza. Alright. Let's play, let's see if the Nurgle. Let's play Madhouse. Alright. And nice. So we do have Trizic. Or Storm, my bad. Alright, so... Vampire Coast. The playstyles are quite limited. But overall, they're pretty scary. Nurgle's kind of a weird one to go up against. So I still want dogs. Do scurvy dogs even have a target against Nurgle? Crab people. I could just go classic guns coast. We'll see. After losing a Slanesh, we must get vengeance. Yesterday. Slanesh, I tried Hysterical Frenzy. It sucks. It sucks real bad. Ultra terrible. Ultra terrible. Would not recommend. It was so close to our match. Could have won the tournament if I try harder a bit more. But the learning is better for me. If I can even think that it is a good idea to take Hysterical Frenzy, I gotta weed it out. Now, Nurgle's actually not bad versus Coast, aren't they? They have a lot of really tanky Plague Bearers. And if I can't kill them, it's over. Change Bomb Throwers, are they strong? Bomb Throwers are the same. Everything's the same. But the meta has changed. You play Vampire Coast kind of like Vampire Counts nowadays. I'm excited. And you use dogs, which is the most important thing. I feel like if we use our dogs really well here, we'll be good. Bloaty boys. A bloat meta would be such a dream. Now we're gonna see Furies. We're gonna see some Fury action. That would be pretty crazy. I feel like likely we will, right? He would be kind of crazy to not spam Furies and other flying units my way. Scoring to what's up? First message in Twitch. ROR Necrofex. You know, that would be kind of jokes. It does have a leadership debuff of -8 when it hits things. Nurgle's a pretty slow grind faction. But don't they have a bunch of SCs that can kill the thing? Okay, wait, no, I have a fun idea. What lord do I want? Yeah, this is all pretty standard. Take that. We'll take some of that. Yeah. And then spam a bunch of these. Yeah, this should be a pretty fun build. Is it meta? I have no idea. But it should be a pretty fun build. Do I want one more of these? Maybe. Hard, maybe? Morngulls actually don't really have much of a use in the Nurgle matchup unless he's spamming Marauders. I guess he might, though. I feel like the Morngulls will mostly die, however. Okay, here we go. We're starting it off with the fun build. Crab Lobster or Noctilus. Noctilus is actually less meta nowadays. It's kind of expensive. I think most people go for Foot Silostra for the Night Summon. You want a lot of cheap stuff. That's how this faction plays. Luther on a goose can be annoying, yeah. Also expensive though. It's 2,000 gold payment for the Luther. But yeah, I'm excited. We have a lot of really big signups today, by the way. Huge signups. We have let's see here. We got Boss Toss, we have me, Navigator, Danacan, Stallion, Martin, Maverick Sloth. We got Ponty. Lots of big names. Attack Speed Enjoyer too. Dang. Scrambled Eggs. Oh my gosh. Bilbo Baggins. Holy crap. Half the players here are very high level. Now if we look at the leaderboard for the tournament, I'm actually number 2 right now. Because I got 5 wins in the tournament, with Boss Toss being number 1. I have an 83.3% win rate. I'm amazing. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, B6. We haven't seen a lot of B6. Wait, B6, you're the one that messaged. B6. Yo, where's the Skaven at? The time for Skaven is upon us. You think they'll buff Skaven in the next patch? I did specifically ask Creative Assembly to buff Skaven. So if we see a Skaven buff, all right, know that your boy Intis D may have played a part. Though most likely it's probably the other thing that's gonna get the Skaven buff. I think I forget who set it up, but there's like a community balance patch thing for suggestions and whatnot that I think CA pay attention to more than me. All right, it's a bunch of Nurglings. Surely those Nurglings do not cook me right. Is that just a Chaos Warrior tide, bro? Alright. The guy has a lot of Chaos Warriors. Now, Nurgle is not exactly a good faction. Nurgle is kind of a bad faction. That doesn't mean that this will be a cakewalk or anything. But I think in general, life's gonna be pretty sus. Boss Toss happy with his win in the Turin tournament, has decided to suffer the natural progression. Oh, those are chosen. Holy, chosen of Nurgle. All right. By the way, Nurglings suck. If you think Nurglings are good, may be gravely mistaken. They're chaff, but they disintegrate really easily. Holy Gallows Giant. Oh yeah, by the way, I brought the Gallows Giant. As soon as they start disintegrating, they're just kind of done for. Which is really bad. He has Blight Boil. Oh boy, you know Blight Boil is actually dodgeable by Vampire Coast. That's the worst thing about Blight Boil. It's so dodgeable. Yeah, look at that. Slowest cast time spell known to man. It's pretty rough. So yeah, that'll be pretty useful for us. You know what's fun? Having a pistol mob summoned behind you, shooting at you constantly. That'll be pretty annoying. He's brought his Forsaken here to chase the dogs, which is what we want. And now we use our guns. Now we use our guns. We want to position kind of sideways here, so we can still get our shots off while the fight goes on. Handgunners are doing great. Gallows Giant is chilling. Let's bring him over here. Hey, and we got some routes. Nice. So if I just shoot at these Chaos Warriors, that should be good. And then his Chosen here are getting blasted into oblivion. We're gonna capture this point. And there we go. It's a gun line. It's the mighty gun line. Oh, he got it. He got a Blight Boil on me. Oh my gosh, he actually got a Blight Boil on me. We didn't dodge it. It was a handgun mob too. That's slightly inefficient for me. There we go. Big routes, big routes. Gallows Giant cooking them up. Gallows Giant is actually clutching it right now. That's crazy. Oh, the forces of Nurgle. How I missed playing against you. If I was doing land battles as Vampire Coast in today's day and age, dang man, what a massacre it would be. I think I should try and chase these guys off. Nah, let's steal the point. I think this is better. We'll get some depth guard over here. We'll get our cannons to shoot them up. We actually have a pretty nice leadership bomb between the cannons and the Gallows Giant. We can slow them down. Or not slow them down. He's slowing me down. We can, yeah, we can leadership bomb them pretty hard. We got slugged. Does that run out? Okay, there we go. But yeah, we got a pretty nice leadership bomb. I think hit by artillery is -8. Something along those lines. There it goes, towards the Gallows Giant. But we can play keep away. Let's pull over here. There we go, that Forsaken is gone. We go over there, shoot him up some more. Chosen have rallied. Man, they're so slow though. Now I just gotta secure the points. Our value trading is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Should be able to kill his Furies too. They overchased. So a swift doggy charge will definitely get him dead. He's gonna summon some dogs to kill my infantry. That's not a big deal. Realistically, we just gotta close out this game. Those are plague toads, alright. Also not a huge deal. Whoop. Oh, dang, you got another Blight Boil. Okay, I haven't been dodging the Blight Boils as well as I should be. But it's okay. As long as I resecure the middle in a reasonable amount of time, everything will be good. Yes, let's just run away from the toads. Holy crap, the dogs are losing to the polearms. That's rough, man. That's real rough. Okay, there we go. Point is now getting captured. Gallows Giant has used up most of his ammunition. Something that can only be done against a faction like Nurgle. And with the points secured, now we're pretty comfy. Now those are Furies. And looks like my opponent is indeed going for my cannons. Let's see if we can defend them. I'll summon a handgunner here to start shooting up the Forsaken. He's gonna land. Gonna land over there. Maybe not. He's got a pistol mob over here. Maybe one of these guys. Use the Death Guard to capture this point with the gallows. And this should be pretty rough. Though, oh my gosh, look at the poor Furies, man. They're just disintegrating. That's kind of sucky for them, isn't it? Yeah, I feel like Demon Disintegrating probably could use a little bit of a change up. He is kind of pulling it back though. I'm about to triple cap though. But yeah, it's actually crazy how much we're routing him. Oh, that's a Blight Boil. Pull back. Pull back. You know, I kind of want the dogs to be traded out so I can heal them back up. Not the end of the world for us. There we go, big routes, big routes. I might be overextending just a smidge here. I'm noticing that he's getting better engagements. Triple cap is fun though. His Furies are pretty dead. I can start spamming out the zombies and such. There's the triple cap. And yeah, he's just trying to flood my home point, but we're not too worried about that, as we can flood it faster. That's Vampire Coast for you. Do I want anything here? Probably not. I will say this map's kind of big. He actually went for quite the mobile army. I think we'll be fine though. Start spamming pistol mobs. We're fighting defensively at home, which is a pretty nice advantage for us. Let's not throw though. He's still playing. Something changed with Coast Dogs, or is it a new strat? Yeah, it's a new Vampire Coast. Well, it's a new-ish Vampire Coast playstyle, where you spam a bunch of zombies and dogs. This has been popular for a little bit, but I don't know how many of y'all are actually familiar with the playstyle. It's pretty hype, but we'll actually get it going in a little bit. Against Nurgle, it's a little more awkward actually getting the build to work. But definitely we're going to get some pretty sick zombie tides here in but a second. And both of our factions are so slow, man. Oh my gosh, we're so slow. You're my only source of multiplayer. Yes, it really depends on if you've seen the few Coast games I played. I haven't actually done like a Vampire Coast stream for a very long time. But, oh, the Blight Boil. This guy Blight Boils. But, yeah, I think this is one of my first Vampire Coast, like, proper streams in a long time. But it's true. They actually cook pretty hard nowadays. Okay, that's a pretty big massacre over there. I can get ready to re-summon the dogs. Gallows Giant cooks these guys like crazy. He will actually terror out the poor Nurglings. Poor Nurglings are dying. I can save the cannons with a little zombie summon. But yeah, I think today will be a mix of Gun Coast and a more meta Vampire Coast playstyle. Spams out a bunch of guys. Blight Boil continuing to be dodgeable. This game's done. Okay, I don't need to exert more energy than I need to. Okay, we'll save it for later. You think I'm gonna try hard versus Nurgle? Are you crazy? Alright. Look at that. His Lord's even dying, man. His Lord's getting mulched. Look at the Gallows Giant. He's having the time of his life. And then the dogs. It's really weird, this new coast. But yeah, you actually want your dogs to die so they can be resummoned. It's a bit strange. Right, and back onto the point we go. Dang, boss has scraps though. Get him, Necrofix. Beat him up. I'll be able to recapture this point soon anyways. Should be fine. Gotta not get overconfident or anything. It's looking pretty good for us. He's never retaking the home point. So as long as we secure this, I'll be okay. Just gotta not get hit by Blight Boreal, really. How hard can that be, right? Alright. And then I can start spamming some pistols over here. There you go, Necrofex. Popping off. His dogs are all about it. There's no way he actually secures this. There's no way. Also, I haven't used any heals yet. He hit me with another Blight Boil. I can't believe it. Okay, that one I actually just was not paying attention to very well. I can't believe he got me with another Blight Boil, this guy. This guy, man. Look at this guy Blight Boiling me. I swear, it's the most dodgeable spell in the game. I'm just not seeing it, man. This guy, he's distracting me or something. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Is there anything else I can summon, by the way? A handgun, sure. All right, let's just get the dogs to back up. His dog was just got terror routed. Now he has to bring his toads here. Yo, why those toads seem so fast? On open ground, the toads are actually kind of spooning. Crazy. Huzzah, though. I think this is supposed to be Nurgle favored, right? Unless I'm wrong. It might not be because Gun Coast is so scary. But GG. Alright. We got vengeance on the current #1 player on the leaderboard. Huzzah! Alright. Nice. Lord, the decent Gallows Giant did pay for itself. Kane has got ludicrous value. Oh, Chosen. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Yeah, I think he brought Chosen versus like the worst thing possible, which is a million guns and a Gallows Giant and cannons. There's not a lot he could have realistically done there. Very nice. Very nice. What's new with Coast? It's their vampire count build. And the dog spam. I want a dog spam it, man. Although you might have already heard me talk about this asp. I do want to kind of try some crazy strats though. I also would like to reinvent the wheel. Which is generally ill-advised, but I feel like it'd be sick. He was playing Nurgle. Yeah, I kind of want to reinvent the wheel, so let's take a look. What can we do? If people are expecting a Mantide Coast, what if you take like 5 deck gunners? I would like to make new Coast, but also their playstyle. It's actually developed enough now. I think, what's it? So, like, I've been keeping an eye on this playstyle where you spam all the deckhands, 4 dogs, and then you spam a bunch of pistols. It seems like this is actually fairly crazy strong. I do think you can make the build better, actually, by taking some cannons, too, instead of the usual Mourngul action that people go for. Because artillery will force them into your back line, right? Or you can uptrade. And then these guys are going to capture the points. So you have a double threat. One on the points, one in the backfield. And they kind of have to choose. I don't know how easy it is to defend these, though. It might be a bit too much. But with this many dogs, it's probably fine. Silostra is definitely the best for this kind of strat. Ultra cheap Silostra. And I think you literally want her to die. Now, there's another thing, too, that I might want to experiment with. And that's White Kings. So the Gunnery Whites are not going to die to a bunch of SEs because I have so many pistols. But they have Scab Scrath, right? Like, they straight up have Scab Scrath, which is like one of the best abilities ever. So this is like literally vampire counts with guns. What can counter this? So usually people will archer spam and just try to shoot you to death. But if you get some mortars, that can get a lot of work done. Scab Scrath could be insane here. Now these guys are not going to be as good as White Kings, but they can still shoot. And I think if they're plonking away all game and they use all of this, that could go pretty well, especially if you're playing the Vampire Counts-esque style of Vampire Coast. Like, Vampire Coast right now, they really only suffer versus, like, High Elves, Wood Elves, and the like. Could even skip the Carronades and go for a Necrofex. Some people have done that, but the Necrofex tends to die to SEs, which is not exactly the prettiest thing ever. It would be pretty funny putting the Carronades in front of the spawn points. And when they dive the Carronades, just summon like a zombie pirate handgunner and blast them. Or even better, a hand cannon. They'd probably friendly fire the cannon though. Alternatively, instead of Carronades, you go for deck gunners. But I think the problem is they're too easy to kill, right? You kind of want things that are that'll take a little longer to actually murder. So, unless I find a way to defend the cannons, probably no cannons. Hulks are interesting. Their stat line is pretty bad. And Morngul's heal. So, sometimes the Morngul's actually feel like they are tankier. Okay, Bloated Corpse on the Carronade. So the Carronade's on top of the spawn zone. And then you summon Bloats to kill off anything that gets brought in there. Wait, that's actually kind of hilarious. Wait. No one would expect it. Holy crap, wait. What if we actually make Bloats good? We bait out the Bloats onto the cannons. I can summon 2 Bloats very quickly, and it'll kill off any elite cavalry. Is it worth? It would cost a whole Carronade and 2 Bloats. That's like 1,500 gold. Yes, Bloats friendly fire, I'm aware. They defend the cannon, alright? They defend the cannon by doing that. I can put the cannon slightly behind the reinforcement point. Heck yeah, it's happening. What if they send garbage? Well, I guess we're trading garbage for garbage, right? Yeah, I think this is what we do, though. We use the cannons as bait. Oh, hell yeah. I can get Cackle Food and Bomb Throw. These abilities suck, by the way. Not useful in the slightest, but you never know. Okay, this is actually cooking right now. I think this is actually cooking insanely hard. So you bring a bunch of summons. So you leave exposed cannons to bait your opponent in. Easy dub, right? And then you can summon Morngulls or dogs or the Bloats. Let's see, you have some Depth Guard. Because, like, they're going to see the cannons. They kind of have to deal with them, right? Necrofex would survive a Bloat Blast. Yeah, but they're not going to dive a Necrofex all the way in the backfield. It's not even doing anything if it's that far back. Okay, 2 Bloats. So you don't need more Bloats, by the way, because they'll blow up. they're gonna come back, right? Not I think having more than 2 bloats is kind of insane. But as a reinforcing surprise tool for the carronades, that would be so jokes. Oh my god. If that becomes meta, I will actually main Vampire Coast. It's so dumb though. It's so stupid. But it might work. I did manage to make it happen once before against Betonia. I would bait their cavalry into the backfield and then summon bloats and then kill everything. So I just need stupidly exposed artillery. And they can't countershoot them. They're carronades, right? So in theory, the carronades outshoot everything. And the rest of my main army, I could just spam Hulks, but I feel like Moringles is just better than Hulks, right? Most people don't run Hulks, and I've never been that impressed by them. They don't have a lot of charge bonus, I'm noticing. It's kind of sucky. So I think I go for the other plan where I use handgunners in the backfield to punish anything that tries to dive the cannons. I don't need that many handgunners though. Actually, no, you can go mostly utility because you're summoning the dogs and resummoning these guys so much. You can actually go pretty hard on the utility side of things. The old trap card, yeah. Yeah, I just put the cannon in the middle of nowhere, conspicuously close to a reinforcement point. They'll never expect it. Do I actually go for the cackle fruit? Or the bomb throw? What's better? This does 90 explosion damage, 70 range. This has a cooldown of 60. Okay, so in theory, bomb throw is slightly better. I'll try out bomb throw. Maybe it's clutch. Or I can go Kiss of the Deep. Okay, Kiss of the Deep guarantee pays for itself. I think we just do that instead of being a silly man. Kiss of the Deep is okay. It's very okay, but if I'm spamming Tide Call... Oh, no, but I don't want a more expensive Silostra. Crap. Alright. Janky bomb throw tech. Incoming. Oh, man. Bro, if this works, though, New Age Coast. New Age Coast begins. I'm saving this build. We will see if I am impressed by it or not. Yeah, Hulks can reinforce fast and are cheap, but they like lose to everything, bro. They're not even close to Ogres because Ogre Bowls do well because of the charge bonus. Like, Hulks will barely trade into Cav with these stats. Yeah, they have armor piercing. But I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan. They also have no leadership. So they'll crumble really fast. 35 leadership is absurd. Perfect spend too. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so this is the most meta thing about the build, right? This is the ultra meta. This is a tiny bit of spice. This is some flavoring, right? And this is the hardcore spice. This is, I dumped 50 pounds of nutmeg into my chicken broth type of spice. But you never know. You never know. Maybe it'll be clutch. And yeah, for SCs, I have the gunnery mobs and the Moringles, so they can't SC dive these. If they land something like a Lewin, he actually gets caught by the Moringles. I've seen Boris get chased down by these guys because they have Frostbite. Can you actually rank up Bloats? Of course. It gives them more leadership. And look at that melee attack too. Plus 14 melee attack. Absurd. Oh boy, this is dumb. This is so dumb. Advancing the Swiss. At Goblins round 2. I'm up against Game of the Heart. Game of the Heart. Yo, yo, I'm Vampire Ghost. Okay. What faction are they playing? I'm so excited. I'm actually so excited for this build. I haven't been excited to play Coast in actual millennia. Like, literal years. Last time I was excited about Coast, it was actually 2023. Game of the Heart is playing... Oh, Scrambled Eggs is also playing Coast. Dude, that's hype. Is playing Nurgle again? Oh my god. Everyone's playing Nurgle. Alright, I'll probably still try out this build though. I think it's too good to pass up. And I want to see if the Scab Scrats cook. I think 2 Gunnery Whites can actually do quite a bit. You could also put them on Rotting Prometheans and go old school Coast. Like ultra old school Coast. We have 2 Whites on Prometheans. They don't really die to anything, because they have pretty ludicrous stats. But then I have fewer of these guys, right? So I'll have to see. Who's the first ban? I am first ban. They are Nurgle. Ban... Actually, Whirling Maelstrom's good for us. Edge of the Dark Wood. Yeah, let's play on Putrefying Carcass. That's a Nurgle map. It's a Nurgle map, alright. Alright, let's see this. I think Gunnery Whites on Crabs are not the worst. They can get bullied by SEs a little bit if you're not careful. But the utility of having Scab Scrath is just a little too good to pass up. They used to be ultra meta in Warhammer 2. Less so nowadays. They come packed with more powder that they can use on themselves to increase their damage. Let's see, if I take a double Gunnery White on Crabs, how can I finagle this? This is not the worst. I guess I can do this. Okay, let's play on Maelstrom. Whirling Maelstrom. I almost want to start with 2 dogs too. I feel like the double dog's pretty hype. Yeah, I just have to get this money situation solved. Let's see here. This is the worst part. Getting back to the perfect spend. Dang it, I'm 25 off. Okay, so this guy has to be gone. I have 400 gold. Silostra should be pretty hype here. Even if they snipe her, right? It's totally fine for us. And perfectly fine if they try to snipe Silostra. Oh, he does want to play on Whirling Maelstrom, so that means I should go for the Mortars, which leaves me with 50 gold again. Which means I can sub this guy in and take this guy out. And now we have a perfect spend. Beautiful. Alright. We summoned some zombies at the start. And we're cooking. I think, oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is a build. This is a good one. Oh boy. This is gonna be so fun. There's no way he expects a bloated corpse. No one expects a bloated corpse. You'd have to be insane. The foresight. And the hope is he sends some... The thing is, if it's Furies, I can't use the bloat. So Nurgle Furies would actually be a little annoying. But I can use dogs to kill off Furies cost effectively. I need him to send infantry. I need it. Daniken's playing Khorne. Oh boy, Khorne versus Coast will be interesting. For the bloats. For the bloated corpses. Alright, here we go. We are here to reinvent the Ghost meta, or at least refine it to the point where it's actually insane. I don't like how the camera starts here, by the way, all the time on this little terrain piece. Oh, wait, no, that's intentional. I get it. Because this is where the commander's standing to overview the battlefield. I get it. I get it. All right, map creator. I see what you did there. This whole time I thought it was a mistake. Or if they bring plague drones, I'd probably have to leave some halberds on the artillery piece. All right, so we got the double white on Crabos. They're chonky, man. They can reload. Yeah, a lot of work done here. We're gonna park one mortar here and one mortar here. Conspicuously close to this. And I'm hoping that he sends some infantry back here, because otherwise these are undefended. Infantry lines will be parked here. And you go for 2 capture points first, as is the usual Vampire Coast playstyle. I mean, Vampire Counts playstyle. And okay, as a Noxbringer. Fine by me. Unfortunately, my artillery pieces don't really have a lot of range. But Noxbringer, we don't really fear that much. Also, I think I parked my dogs not in the vanguard, but whatever. Whatever. We're gonna use dogs for capture weight. Guy has some Nurglings again. Wait, double gunnery white actually kills the Noxbringer, don't they? And they can replenish ammo. So all the ammo that's drained by the Noxbringer, yeah, they'll just bring it back. Actual insane plays. Did it shoot yet? It did. The dodge! Yeah, let's go. That's a pretty decent dodge. I dodged 2 out of the 3 shots. That's worth. Alright, so we want to shoot at the Frolicker's Bubonic. He has Purple Sun. Jeez. Alright.
We have a victory point.
Alright, dude.
Keep it from the foe.
Guy has the Purple Sun. Let's keep pushing. We got the flank point. The gunnery whites are bullying. Then we're gonna summon the Ghost of the Past. Nurglings again mulched. There we go. And then our pistols are doing okay. Let's get them. Let's get the Tide Call over there. Pull these guys back just a smidge. That's 1 Forsaken down the drain. That's double scab scrap. Little damage. It's better versus non-armored, but whatevs. And the zombie tide has arrived. Huzzah! Now he gets a Purple Sun on my dogs, which is actually pretty nice play. But he just lost all his Forsaken, bro. His Forsaken have been completely mulched. He has Rot Knights. So that tells me it's time to spam the undead. Rot Knights will literally take over 10 minutes to kill all these guys. It'll be millennia. The Tide Call. Look at the gunnery whites. They're cooking. And then, fun tech, they give ammo to each other because they can't give ammo to themselves. But they can give it to each other to restock their more powder ability, which is a 30% damage boost. It's great. Then we don't want to get Purple Sun, so we'll pull out of there. He still hasn't backline dived my artillery pieces, which makes me very sad. But it's okay. Rot Knights I'll have to be careful against, though. Pull away, whites. Pull away. Artillery pieces are just chilling. They've gone a little bit of value. I guess the leadership hit is not the worst. And okay, here come the Furies. Now I have dogs to kill the Furies. As much as I really want to use Bloats to kill Furies, that would be just a little excessive, I think. Let's keep killing these guys. I got halberds nearby. I'm not worried. Value trading's great. And I have a triple cap. What's not to love?
Units has been destroyed.
And I can summon some pistols to kill the Furies. So I lost struck and I don't know, kill the Noxbringer or something. These scab scrats are not going to be that effective, but I guess I might as well use it. Dang, that really did nothing. Oh, here we go.
Units has been
He's
destroyed.
going for the mortar. All right, obviously we just summoned the dogs though, right? We just summoned the dogs. I'm not that crazy. There we go. I want to get the bloat real bad, but on Furies it's just so not worth. Oh, no dodging that. Brutal. Yeah, the Nurglings are really bad here though. The Nurglings are terrible here. All right, let's make sure that they keep getting extra powder. Very nice. And then I can start overwhelming this guy with too many of these pistols. He traded a 650 gold Fury unit for a 600 gold artillery piece. That's not bad for me. Might even be able to reman and stabilize. Very nice. And the White Kings continue their poking. Get them, White Kings. I mean, Gunnery Whites. What's their value this game? It's okay. 800 and thing. They haven't died, which is good. Dang, the artillery actually stabilized. Oh my god. Yeah, the leadership break probably really helped versus the Forsaken too. I kind of like that. Noxbringer's going down. No bloats yet though. No bloats. I want to save it for the perfect opportunity. Does this do anything versus Nurglings? I don't think so. Oh crap, I forgot to admin a guy. Whoopsie daisies. Whoopsie daisies, I screwed something up. Martin. Yes, he had to drop from the tournament. Maybe. It's all managed though. Mortars are pretty cool. How much value did this one get? It's not that much value. I think the cannons are way better. They'll have a lot more battlefield presence and all that. Here comes more Forsaken though. Will my opponent be able to capture a point against us? Maybe not. Maybe not. Those Rot Knights though are just not dying. Silasha does have full AP though, but her damage is just not very high, sadly. So far it's still going pretty good. We did lose one artillery piece. Sad times. I was not able to use the Scab Scrath much, but had he brought Marauders, okay. If he brought Marauders, he would have been screwed. It's another Purple Sun dropping. New Purple Sun just dropped. The real Nurgle troops that you're killing. Any plans on playing Conquest Tourney anytime soon? Just for fun? Not really. I'm kind of training to win the grand finals of Turin's tournament. Kind of waiting for that.
One of your units has been destroyed.
I think my opponent will be able to capture this point. Definitely, we stick with the cannons. Based on how hard it is to actually get into this back line, I think cannons would totally get it done. I hope he charges in though with these Rot Knights, and then we can see if the bloat does anything to Rot Knights. I'm pretty sure it doesn't though. Monstrous units don't really suffer much against a Rot Knight unit. So this is the Vampire Coast pain and suffering, right? You spam a bunch more units like so. It's very hard to get the late game DPS to clear off this many undead. Yeah, we got the doggy charge right in the rear. Goodbye to all of these guys. So Lastra can keep on spellcasting. It's got a decent amount of value with the Tide Call, but everything here is armored. Guy armored up pretty hard. 5k value lead though. You gotta keep restocking your gunnery whites, by the way, to keep up that that DPS. But nice, another win versus Nurgle. Vampire Coast showing that they are quite scary. You well played. All right. So far we're doing good. Though I have been facing Nurgle twice in a row. I think the gunnery whites are okay. If you can nail some scab scrats on archers, they will pay for themselves. The mortars definitely should be replaced with cannons. And the pistol mobs are, yeah, they're amazing. Dogs are really good for capture weight. Hey, what's up, Red Dark? I don't think Turin's painting more minis nowadays, right? I think he's just gonna give cash. I would happily accept the minis. Have you been hitting the gym lately? Not as much as I want to. Yeah, I think the deck gunners, they don't have enough range. I need something that can be all the way in the backfield. So like, I really do need the double carronade. It's pretty hyped though, just because of their sniping ability. I don't know if I need the double gunnery white. I think they're still really good though, because there's not a lot that can actually shut them down, right? Although that game, it felt like once my pistols were all occupied, he might have been able to go for them. Their stats are not bad though. They actually have armor piercing and melee on their crabs. And yeah, they're pretty decent. HP's a little low. Most proper duelists in this game will still kill them. But it's a little sus. I don't know if they still shoot in melee either. Yeah, they don't have move and shoot. So if they don't shoot in melee, it could be a little sus. Let's see. How do I get the spendings just right? So close. So close. How do you spend 200 more gold? I can move these dogs down. And do something like this. The 25 gold, though, it hurts me. To get rid of the 25 gold, I kind of have to do this. Then I have to get rid of 100 gold. How do you get rid of 100 gold? It's 75 gold to change from here to here. It's 100 gold to change from here to here. But I can't get another pistol mob. That's 600. Oh. Oh. Dang it. Oh yes. No. There's so many halberds. Dang it. I need a math expert. Let's see here. All right. Nurgle needs for some juice for real. Thou must perfect zero. Yeah, how do I do it? Oh no, the bloated corpse are heavily overpriced. The thing is, there might be an opportunity I can set up that actually gets them value. Specifically, I need an expensive cavalry unit to charge the carronades. If I do that, we win. The funniest thing about this, though, is in the future, once people start expecting the bloated corpses, you just don't run them anymore. You just stop running the bloated corpses, and they're still crazy. Okay, seriously though, how do I get the extra 50 gold? I can get 200 gold by moving this. I could also just get a bomb throw. I have no idea if it does anything. But I could just get the bomb throw tech to solve that. I do really want a depth guard. I have to max out on the number of pistol mobs. So the thing that makes the most sense is getting rid of a Nurgle and maybe getting a Siren. Okay, I'll save this as AB. So you have this build, which is quite a bit wider. And we have this one. Yeah, and then we have this one, which is honestly also quite wide. Yeah, they're both pretty wide. And you can vanguard the pistols anyways. The big question is, do I want the gunnery whites on crabs or not? I think the crabs are just better though. They have a terror effect on the player. Them bloats. What's new with Vampire Coast? Two things. This playstyle is actually becoming quite meta, I would say. People have been working on this for a while. But essentially, you have a whack load of infantry. You play it like vampire accounts. But I'm going to try and innovate by using carronades and bloated corpses. The idea being, carronades will actually uptrade pretty hard over the course of the game if they're not shut down. And your opponent has to capture and push the points, otherwise they lose to the man tide. So they have to jump these. Now, usually people waste a lot of money defending the carronades and their main army dies. I'm going to leave them ludicrously exposed. And instead defend them with bloated corpse summons. Doggos for the Furies, Morngulls for SEs, and handgunners for SEs too. In theory, if you play this well, Vampire Coast will absolutely clutch it out. Now, I will be playing versus Scrambled Egg Special probably, and that means we will get a Vampire Coast mirror match. I do not remember how the mirror match actually plays out. Didn't both sides used to spam a lot of guns? Was it a turkey shoot or was it the main tide? How did you kill man tide before? In the great Vampire Coast mirror match? It's been so long. No, it was like bombers and mortars, wasn't it? I think both sides would have bombers and mortars. Was the deck gunners? How does this do against an infantry rush? Pretty well. These guys trade super well against in melee, especially deckhand mobs. They trade they're so cheap at 250 that you just spam them like no one's business, and you'll be fine. Plus, they have fear, so they tend to rout off units. There's a bunch of leadership hits like the carronades. You have Scab Scrath, which is a really good verse infantry. And you're not going to spam armored infantry versus coast. You'll just get out capture weighted. Bunch of handgunners and bombers. I'll see. I'll see. Sirens are bad now. I don't think we'd bring sirens. Oh, well, didn't I have a rush build versus coast that used sirens though? I think I did. Like I brought like a ton of sirens, but I think they're a little too weak now. A little too weak. They're not going to trade versus the deckhands anyways. So I think it's going to be a deckhand fest. With both sides probably spamming bombers to get mega deeps in. Some way to shut down the bombers. Using scurvy dogs and Nurgles, mayhaps. Or we both spam cannons and shoot at each other for 50 years. Unfortunately, bloats don't really have a good target against Vampire Coast. It'd be pretty fun to bloat the coast. Do they have a way to kill bloats though? Might be a sick play. Spirit Leech the Lord to win the crumbling fight? Definitely not. Killing Silastra the worst thing you could possibly do. She's a very cost-efficient Lord. So, if, like, imagine if you could bring 2 Silastras, right? And you have 2 Ghosts of the Past. Everyone would run that, right? By killing Silastra, you let your opponent bring 2 Silastras. It's a terrible idea. What if you crab spam it? What if you... Yeah, if you crab spam it, you just get shot to death, right? And Vampire Coast versus Vampire Coast. It's just strange. Such a strange matchup. I do think the Carronades would be good there, though. Because it deals with most crabs and other long-range tools like deck gunners. And you're probably just man-tiding. Yeah, get some good dog micro, that's for sure. Is there any way you can win the dog fight? I guess technically if you bring healing. I kind of need Tide Call, though, for... Yeah, I kind of need Tide Call for clearing infantry. Depth guard spam. They just get shot up, right? I think you do need some handgunners, though, to beat certain builds. Scrambled Egg Special has won both of his matches, by the way. Vampire Coast with the 1,000,000% win rate. We're quite likely to face Scrambled Egg Special next. Scary. Bess. The Queen Bess. It does have 450 range. It's too bad you can't manual fire with Queen Bess anymore. Do you find it funny how old Coast used to only use Harkin, but now it's just Silastra? I didn't know what caused this change to happen. I think Silastra became a lot less snipeable from spells. Because they changed how physical resist works, right? Didn't she used to have less HP? So she would die to Spirit Leeches. And in lane battle, you can't afford to let your Lord die. So you had to take her on a Rotting Leviathan. Which is also not really that effective. You used to see her a bit against Bretonia, though. Noctilus was always popular. Although he was popular a little after the main rise of Luther Harkin. And Aranessa sucked always. Aranessa has never been good. Never. Not a single time. Why is she so expensive, bro? It's because of melee stats, isn't it? Okay, so technically you can get her for 950. And you have a net. It's not even an air net, though. It lasts 18 seconds, I guess. But then she's also not a spellcaster. I think if the spellcasters were cheaper, it would be worth it to run Aranessa. But unfortunately, they are not. Domination really makes it good for Silastra, though. If I do play the Vampire Coast Mirror, by the way, I'm totally gonna YOLO Silastra and try to get her killed. She has to die. Because in theory, that gives us an advantage. Unless it's just better to summon more zombies, then maybe I want to keep her alive. That's true. Release Aranessa, her little spin attack would hit multiple times. That was pretty crazy. I wouldn't call her good though. She was still pretty garbage. Where's the Luther Harkin build? He's not bad for some Lord Snipe. They did reduce his ammunition by half a long time ago. That's one of the main reasons he was so good before. You could basically kite him. Kite with him. But in Domination, he just doesn't have infantry clear. And Coast doesn't really have need to kill big SEs. They should probably give him back his ammunition for Domination. But it would probably make him really annoying in land battle. So we're just waiting on one more match to finish. It did start a little late, but it should be fine. But do I want the handgunner spam? The crazy thing about Coast Mirrors, by the way, you will have a maximum of 12 range units. So if they go for bombers, they will naturally be worse against handgunners. The thing is, handgunner DPS is not what it used to be. So maybe it is bombers for days. Or you just take the depth guard. You say screw it. But then the handgunners do well. Oh my gosh. I think you take 5 pistol mobs, 5 handgunners, and you just shoot the bombers to death. I'm pretty sure that's what you want to do. Are the game mode specific buffs and nerfs? Nope. Campaign, land battle, and conquest all use the same base stats for units. Technically in campaign, you have redline skill tree change and everything, but that's about it. Coast v Coast. I might actually want the double gunnery white. I think Scab Scrath is too good to pass up. Was Coast buffed? The title is it's clickbait-ish, but I think Coast is actually strong enough now for me to play. Like New Coast has been around for a while, so if you've been watching a lot, then no, they haven't been buffed. But I think the Bloated Corpse Carronade combo will change the meta. At least I'm going to try to do that. And if it doesn't, new-ish Coast is Scurvy Dog and Infantry spam. The build itself has refined enough to be fairly meta. Like, I think most people should be playing Coast. They might actually be a top 5 faction. Does Scab Scrath exist in campaign? I think it's an item. I believe it is an item. Honestly, I might change the title just to talk about how I'm running bloats. Unironically. All right, there we go. That'll do. Let's see here. Thumbnails. All right. All right. New bloats are crazy. I would be like this new bloat build. This new bloat build is insane. Although I haven't actually gone a good bloat hit yet. Why are there no mirror matchups in Conquest mode? Well, there are, just people don't play them, right? What do you mean by there's no? Like, did they ban it? Do they have some sort of rule system that makes it where you can't have a Conquest mirror? Aranessa with double deck gunner was a very rare thing you've seen. Yeah, no, I don't think that's good at all. That sounds terrible. All right, round should be done soon. And then we will probably face Scrambled Egg Special. Let's actually see. Who do we have? Who do we have here? Attack speed and Scrambled and Navigator. Okay. You have a bloat build IRL? Hell yeah. Thank you for the Swedish corner.
Build Earl.
Build Earl. Thank you, thank you. I've never seen it, so I assume there's no mirrors. Most pick and ban systems have a way to dissuade mirrors. And also, there's so many factions that the odds of running into a mirror is quite low. So imagine you see 24 games of Warhammer, right? If the matchmaking system has, you know, if it dissuades mirrors, right? And people evenly select factions, you have a 1 in 24 chance. So on average, you would see 1 mirror every 24 games. But then also people won't cast mirrors very often because a lot of people don't like them. Pick and ban systems tend to dissuade them. So you actually get a much lower chance of mirrors. I would say like 1 in every 50 or 75 games I play a mirror. SFTs will get you there a little bit though. SFTs you run into mirrors every once in a while. It could be even higher than 1 in 24 because some factions are more popular than others. Oftentimes, I'm not playing the most popular factions though. Like when I was playing Demons of Chaos. I don't know if I had a single mirror match. The whole run. The whole like 60 games I played. One more match. Please be attack speed enjoyer. What's attack speed playing? SFT Declaration. Wood Elves. Nice. Okay. With Wood Elves, we can use the strat. We can use the strat. I'll take 3 cannons even. Force him to rush me. And then we're good. The cursor's too tempting to the kid and he keeps attacking the screen. Oh. 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 Ah. Whoa. Go over here. Okay, get your cat to scratch the entire screen. We gotta hit all corners, right? Oh, it's so high. It's so high. Get it? Alright. Are we done yet? Nope, still waiting. Mirror matches happen all the time in tourneys. You know, I guess he does have to avoid a good handful of mirrors. He actively avoids them though. But I know him playing Chaos Dwarves. I think he played the Chaos Dwarf mirror. Dwarf mirror matches. Yeah, they're fun. You remember people saying that for some reason Carronades from the coast perform better than Great Cannons from the Empire. I think they eventually buffed up Great Cannons. I believe it was the hitbox on the cannonballs was a little bigger for the coast. And I think Cathay too. But cannonball sizes eventually all got standardized. I think. I believe that's what happened. This round's running a little late. It's mostly my bad for not adminning properly. Maybe. I really hope we get attack speed and Jory though. I want him to send Wild Riders on these. That would be the best case scenario. I think YOLOing Wild Riders into Carronades would kind of be absurd though. Unless he's like, oh yes, Anticity's gonna summon dogs, so I should get multiple Wild Riders. Surrounds the Carronade with multiple Wild Riders, and then ba-boom! Kaboom, baby! Des! Mega Des! I guess if they also hit one of the light cavalry, like Glade Rider, that's okay. Why the Slanesh thumbnail? Dang it, YouTube! No, it's not supposed to have a Slanesh thumbnail. Okay, that should fix it. How are you? I'm good. Hope you're doing well. Hey, and the match is done. Advancing the Swiss. Goblins. Round 3. Begin. Let's go. We got attack speed. No coast mirror today. Yo. MVP. He's Wood Elves. Go first. The Arena. Bray Valley and Cursed Oasis. Arena's not bad for us for the cannons. Though he might be able to line of sight us. Bray Valley though for the cannons, pretty jokes. Though there's a tree line he can get to us with. And Cursed Oasis is also quite interesting. Interesting. How do I want to play this? Scab Scraps should be pretty good versus Wood Elves at least. Bloats in Slanesh? Really? I feel like Slanesh would hate bloats. They're too ugly. Alright, so I gotta take out the Wood Elves. Is there much I need to adjust in this build though? Probably not that much. I think maybe cut the Sirens. My old Rush build used to spam Sirens, but now they're way too risky. In Domination, it's too easy to do that. To get that magic damage in. Morn goals are pretty good though. He's checking the maps. Some people are into bloats. Yeah, but it's not because they're eating too much though, right? I guess, like, you know, we're not here to fat shame, but like they're literally dead, all right? This is not fat shaming. This is, I left the body in the water for too long. It's very different. Then again, some people. Not gonna get into that though. Now what's he gonna ban? Does he want a big map? Does he want a tree map? Best case, we get to play Cursed Oasis. I'm pretty sure he's gonna ban that one though. Bess, Queen Bess is very easily sniped, unfortunately. He banned the Oasis. Let's play Arena. The Arena. It's a big map. It's actually a quite ludicrously sized map. Pretty huge. We're playing against Woodies. So Wood Elves are problematic because they have infinity arrows. They have so many archers, bro. It's a pain. And this map does have some pretty good hiding shenanigans. So he could do some of that action. Now, I think I still have a fairly good strategy to maybe be able to sneak out a win. Traditionally, this is a terrible matchup for Coast, by the way. But I have a strat. I have a strat. There's no way he wins this. We basically have a ginormous map here. Ludicrously sized map. So if he has to rush all the way across to get to me, he dies, right? And then we can zombie spam him. Now, Dryads will be a bit of a problem. Dryads can hold the points really well. So we'll see. Are online battles ever played on quest maps? Yeah, no, quest maps is super unbalanced. They have specific maps for online games. In previous times, some quest maps were actually used for multiplayer, but generally no. Only the quest maps that are quite mirrored were used. Bringing out Slaanesh yesterday as the first match of the season was evil. Hey, we didn't win, okay? We didn't win. I gave people a villain to fight, and Boss Toss took me out. I did run Hysterical Frenzy. Slaanesh with buff spells is so bad. Actual garbage. I wonder what attack speed it's going to bring, by the way. Sword of Torgald, yeah. Yeah, the Sword of Torgald, there was Troll Country. The classics. Oh boy. He's bringing 11 Glade Guard. I think that's expected. The dogs, though, the doggy meta is so nice. Alright, I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are ready for the stupendous ghost. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So I'm spamming artillery. Most is in reserve. We're going to use a whack load of artillery, draw him forwards. He's going to try to dive my cannons, and then he will die. The end. Oh, my first match versus turn was absolutely a stomp. I wanted to win the tournament. Let him hand be a little evil, okay? Also, Slaanesh is my main. I love playing Slaanesh. Okay, look at this. So you position the cannons right behind these points, and then you summon the bloat to defend them. I have 2 more cannons in reserve and a mortar. We are going for the classic Mantide to support the Vampire Coast. We have a Silostra who wants to die. If she doesn't die, it's... what am I even doing with my life? And then I will have some pistol mobs at the ready. We're gonna put them here and here. And 1 over here. All right. Imagine he hard vanguards here. That would be crazy. If he full vanguards over here and then just rushes my artillery, that would be one of the craziest plays ever. Now, I still think it would be kind of sus. Okay, maybe just in case we put these guys here. And I'm a little terrified. That seems like something attack speed might actually do. And I don't want to die, so... voice crack. Yeah, I don't want to die. So we're going to put a halberd and a pistol mob there. Just in case. Otherwise, we push full center. I got dog summons. Dude, that would actually be hilarious. Imagine a full Vanguard like Wild Rider Rush. I should do that at some point as Slaanesh. I knew it! You bot! I knew it. Here's the thing though, if he pushes forwards, I can get the bloat on him. That's hilarious. I don't know if this is actually good for him,
One of
though.
your units has been destroyed.
Because I can just summon dogs on his face, right? Let's get the doggies going. I should have positioned Silostra at one of the flanks. Oh, we got some pole arms here. He's shooting at my dogs? No. Yeah, he's shooting at my dogs. I should be able to get the gunnery whites in. And the dogs, they're just going to chill and capture some points at the start. I wish I had some better vanguards here. I don't have much, just some bats. That's not super exciting, is it? What I can do, though, is I can get a mortar here and start blasting them. He has a Spellweaver of Beasts, alright. He has double Waystalker. They actually died to dogs, by the way. And then if I can get a Cav Summon in the backfield, then it should be pretty good. Alrighty. Gonna get the double Scab Scrath. Just chuck it out there. Don't want to get Way Watcher. That would be really bad. Scab Scrath, amazing spell, though. Getting the work done. Dodging it up with the whites. The dogs are doing okay, so it's gonna get a Cav Summon over here. Then I'm actually just gonna ignore those guys and go straight for them. That should go pretty well for us. Oh, please do it. Please do it. Get in there. Dang it, he didn't. That would have been hilarious if he did. I can still spam dogs, though. They'll do great. We're gonna have a massive cav charge here in a bit. Gunnery Whites is still relatively high in HP. That's good. And I have the capture points. Also good. Come on, get in there, man. You know you want to. You know you want to. All right, fine. I'll have to do this. Well, like, at least I got Moringles right on his face. That's good. Gunnery Whites will have to be a little safe. Valley trading's not the best for us. But it also ain't the worst situation ever. And okay, he's just gonna commit his cav over there. That's fine. Get him, boys! Get him! Get him! Go, go, go! Get him! Beat him up! Look at the fear! Look at the fear in his heart! Oh my god. Come on, blow up! Get the charge! Dang it! That was okay. Got a little bit deep in. Alright, so he killed Silostra, but we want to resummon her anyways. Got the Night Terrors in here. That's good. I can use some dogs to charge his cav here in a bit. So that should be okay. We're gonna get the Scab Scrap over there. We're gonna get a dogged charge, like so. Maybe some pistols. Is he gonna get the counter charge? No, no counter charge. So dog should be pretty good there. White Kings are doing all right, and then I'll resummon Silostra and get a big cav fight over there. That should go relatively fine. Does he save that point though in the middle? That's the real question. Doggies are actually kind of suffering versus Wild Riders, and he kills the artillery piece, so that's actually a pretty solid uptrade for my opponent. And he does secure the point, which is actually a little sus. Now, he doesn't have any cav here, so if I summon some more doggos, they should be able to get in there. Gonna get the bomb Chuckarino. Oh yeah, interesting. All right. It's actually fairly exposed here. I should be able to get in there. We'll see. Come on, doggies.
One of your units has been destroyed.
I do really want to get Silostra back, though. We need her. We need her for this situation. Doggies are in, though. We're gonna charge up the Hawkeyes of Jakira. We have our White Kings in here. I mean, our Gunnery Whites. They're doing all right. Yeah, the Deeps is okay. The captures are fine-ish. Both sides have lost quite a number of units. I think if I resummon Silostra, though, I should be okay. He is actually losing a lot over here. Plus, we can probably dog spam soon. I will have Silostra back also. That'll be hype. In a second. Come on. Oop, gotta keep dodging with the White Kings. The Gunnery Whites. I keep calling them the wrong thing. There we go. That's a pretty good scab scrap. Alright. We gotta get a scab scrap over here. Nice. I lost her back. She's back at it. Alright, and I do have a Carronade here that's been idle the entire time. Probably should have activated that a little sooner. Alright, and then Silostra, she's just gonna get a sick cab summon. It'll be wondrous. And now we start spamming dogs. Double cap will definitely do us a lot of favors. I might even be able to get a Lord Snipe here, best case scenario. Silostra has lots of magic. A couple Wild Riders should not be the biggest deal for her in the world. Should be able to kill off the Dryads over there. That's actually quite nice for us. I think we do just chuck out that Cav summon now. Dang, his Lord's getting beat up. Ain't too pretty for them. Alright, nice. And I'll just route off his Cav. That should be a simple enough situation for me. I have dogs too. It's gonna be pretty brutal. That slow does not slow down the charge speed either. At least I don't think so. Maybe it does. Yeah, but I'm gonna have dogs in here. My white is doing great. We actually routed off a bunch of fools over there. The cannon's alive. That's gonna get me a lot of value. And here come the doggos. Vampire Coast, man. They're a dog faction. The dog faction is back, baby. Yeah. Goodbye, Deep Wood Scouts. Goodbye. Oh my god. Wood Elves ain't got nothing on us. They got nothing. Except for some capture points in the backfield. But he's losing a lot of stuff here. Him not summoning in light cavalry is gonna hurt him quite a bit here. As many of these units are getting routed off the battlefield. Let's get a little bit of another wind spell over there. We're probably gonna kill his Lord soon. How wondrous. And then another dog unit. Get him in. Get him, boys. Actually, it's just gonna get surrounded here. Oh, how wonderful. And we have a triple cap. Nice. Now he's probably gonna take the middle and such soon, but that's okay. He has some infantry there, but they're a little slow, right? He's definitely gonna lose all these Wild Riders. One last spell here just to rout off those darn archers that have been so annoying. Then we'll kill off his Lord. We're actually starting to value trade now. Insane. Dang it, I moved away from the spawn point. But a pistol mob will get the job done over there. That's totally fine. Then we kill off the Waystalker so that he can't desummon them at all. Over yonder, we've killed off his Cav. That's good. And now he's starting to move his Dryad, so then we do this. Oh my gosh, unknown. Thank you so much. 200 Danish kroner. Holy crap, man. Thank you so much. Support is very much appreciated. All right. What is this? I'll read your donation note in a second. It's weird. The text to speech is not working properly. Yeah, can we get this Lord killed or what? This gunnery whites actually kind of have to dip. All right, it ain't over yet. This is value based or points based? Well, you kind of want both. It's first to 1,500 points wins, but you kind of need value, right, to get that to work. All right, here we go. Now is the time. I gotta start spamming out these guys. It'll be very hard to shut down all the undead that we're gonna pile in here. This thing's slow. It doesn't slow, but that's okay. These wild hunters are in there. They're cooking pretty hard. Silas just gonna try and route the Dryads. No, they have ITP. Maybe. We're gonna have to secure this flank point real quick. But he's basically only gonna have cavalry left. So it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, Silasha should disengage from Dryads. They have magic attacks. And that's just a little too painful for me. Although a resummon of Silasha is not that bad. It's gonna bring in the dryads everywhere. That's not too bad for me. If we get enough dogs here, I'll be fine. Good route. We're gonna lose Silastro again, but we actually kind of want her to die. Preferably not this inefficiently. But we do kind of want her to die.
One of your units has been destroyed.
All right, nice.
No.
The dog resummons are back.
The enemy has slain us.
Yeah, that's okay. We don't need her. We'll get her back in a second. You want me to show a clip of some Thunder Barge action? Sure, sure. Okay, we should. Yeah, there we go. Finally got that point. So that's a double cap against my opponent. I can use some Fell Bats here to rout off the remains of his archers. Keep some units off the battlefield. His cavalry can't do that much versus this many guys here. And we'll have doggos too. Now he has resummoned his lord. That's totally fine by me. Lord resummoned is not especially terrifying. And we'll have a pretty nice rear charge on these guys. Crumbling is very slow, by the way. And then I'll just resummon Silastra again. And get another another Ghost of the Past summon. Every time I summon Silastra, I get another huge Cav summon. So, like, why not, right? Oh my god, look at the doggy cleanup. Look at the glorious doggy cleanup. Brace, you fools. And just like that, the spooky lady is back. Huzzah! Most of his infantry's here, so I don't have to even I don't have to worry about this too much. I can win on a double cap just fine. All right, his cavalry is actually disengaging quite well. But yeah, I'll just kill these guys. Just gonna try and kill Silastra with the cavalry. Surely they don't kill Silastra though, right? They're anti-large. They're anti-large. And yeah, it looks like they're just gonna die. Huzzah! Also, I did summon a bloat today. We summoned a bloated corpse and we won with it. That means bloats are good. Let's see. Let's see. Your friend kicked your butt. And when you're using the Thunder Barge, could you maybe show that clip? And also give him some good pointers so he can improve. I think you sent that on the replay section. Also, I should still make sure we don't lose this game. But we have a pretty strong lead right now with all the captures. I can start the long march for all these zombies to threaten this capture point. And then it should be victory for us. Oh crap, I gotta chase these guys off. There we go. This cavalry should not be able to get in here. Got a decent brace. Yeah. It just takes too long to efficiently kill off these zombies. And I have a Silastra. Cav summon. Very nice. Not just good, OP. Yeah, it's clearly OP. All right, so we'll run them through there. That should be quite painful. I have a million capture weight coming to this point, so there's no way he actually secures that either. He really should have taken some light cav, by the way. I feel like light cavalry would have been a big problem for the doggos. But not today. Not today, son. Gonna try and get some wild riders to slow down the zombie tide. Just gotta brace and then keep advancing. Oh my gosh. The tide, man. The tide. Silastra, she keeps coming back. Silastra doesn't give a crap. There go his Waystalkers, by the way. That's a pretty good charge. Then I just gotta blitz his infantry with a big cav summon. And then we're fairly set. Just get one of these guys here. I'm gonna get a what is going on there? I don't know. His wild riders here just straight up died. All right, nice. And there's a cav charge. Right into the backs of all of these poor units. This is pretty over for my opponent. I don't see a way they can pull back. Not with the cavalry here. It's going to be a little too painful. Plus this Silostra. Plus I'm about to steal the back point. Vampire Coast is a menace, man. The fact that they can beat Wood Elves now. I win on a 1 cap, by the way. That's crazy. I win on a 1 cap and he's almost triple cap. His strategy was kind of insane, though. Starting with the full Vanguard here. The trading was okay, but in the end, kind of sus. And there's a triple cap soon. Although, it looks like you might barely get this. Not enough, though. GG. And well played. But Unknown, you wanted me to cover this replay. I will. I will absolutely take the bribe. This is my job after all. And you donated an absurd amount of money. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Might as well cover it now while we wait for the next round. Gunnery Whites did great with the Scab Scrats, as expected. Silostra value was... I obviously had to summon her a lot, but every time I summoned the Cav, it went well. And despite having the artillery, him being so pushed up was kind of rough. His archers actually didn't get that much value in the end. They still paid for themselves, so it wasn't insane. And I really didn't give the Waystalkers good targets, so that's good to see. His build was just a little too elite to actually beat Vampire Coast, it seems. Alrighty. So let's report the score. That was Vampire Coast versus Wood Elves. All right. Just having a couple drops. It'll be managed. And then, yeah, just a couple drops for the tournament. I'll let Storm handle it, and then we should be good. GG, well played. Yo, Vampire Coast, man. Also, we ran Bloats. Wait, how much value did the Bloat get? I didn't check. I don't think he paid for himself, though. It wasn't a good hit. Let's see here. All right, but first things first, let's just see this. So this was Unknown wanted me to cast this replay. We have a little bit of time. I might need to X4 through it, though. Am I seeing zombie mobs beat Wood Elf Cav, or am I misunderstanding? No, they beat cavalry. Zombie infantry are insanely efficient versus low armored cavalry. Because cavalry generally have pretty low stats, and if they cycle charge too much, they just waste all the time. But oh no, and you wanted me to cover this for your friend, was it? You want to give some pointers so he can improve. Can do, good sir. So what? We have a Thane, we have a Master Engineer. Your friend has gone for a Mantide, which is actually quite good. Gets his first point, goes for the second point, and he's going for a full rush. Now, this is a little sketchy going for the full rush early on. But when you know your army's going to be stronger than your opponent's, you might as well go for it. I would recommend going for Black Orcs, though. A couple Black Orcs are really strong for his dwarves. And this is a little bit too much blobbing, I'm already noticing. I think he's targeting some units in the back, too. Don't push through infantry. That's generally a bad idea. But let's see. So we actually brought in a Feral Wyvern for the Thunder Barge. That's okay, but Wyverns are pretty bad. I would just use Archers or Skirmishers to kill this instead. Wolf Rider Archers are actually really strong. Would highly recommend that. Wyverns are kind of a meme. Yeah, there you go. Rusty arrows will get the job done. And okay, the blobbing was not too bad. You want a few layers to make sure that routes don't run you into issues. That's good. A little slow on the surround. But overall, not too bad. Gorbad has what? A little bit of a buff. So that's actually really good for the infantry and the blob. Honestly, no huge complaints so far. I will say these wolf riders on the side are not doing anything. They're also really bad. Don't run wolf riders. Run boarboard cavalry instead. Or replace these guys with a chariot and get some chariot micro. That's way better. Also, the net on the Thunder Barge is a meme. It's very slow and it wasn't even turning or anything. You want to wait for the Thunder Barge to actually be moving before you net. If your opponent's making a mistake, might as well let them keep making that mistake. Now it's turning. There you go. But yeah, arrows are good there. Definitely would do better with the cav and the infantry. You can see if they're not armor piercing, they don't really kill dwarves. So usually you want some armor piercing. It's actually quite a slow fight, even with Gorbad. I would just take like 3 Black Orcs, man. 3 Black Orcs dumpsters everything here. Completely and utterly. But overall, it's still going pretty well. You haven't captured the point. There's a rule of thumb with domination. If you're fighting on a point and you're not capturing it, it means you made a misplay. If you're not capturing the point or eventually getting to the point where you're capturing it, also Rogue Idol's kind of a meme. Don't run that. But yeah, like why, you know, what's the point of fighting for this if you didn't capture it? So it ends up being a little bit of a misplay. I think mostly because your infantry are just really bad versus Dwarven infantry. Even with the Gorbad buff. You could have sat on these 2 points, let the dwarves push up, and then you let your cavalry surround. Or even better, you get these 2 points, the dwarves push up, you fight them in the middle, and then you steal the back point. Because you'll have an infantry advantage, right? There's a whole Thunder Barge. So while they're fighting in the middle, not only do you get an envelopment, you also get a triple cap. And that's definitely a happy time. But yeah, against dwarves, you want armor piercing. These guys have no AP. In fact, there's a supreme lack of AP in this build in general. Squig is good. I would replace the Rogue Idol with the Regiment's Renowned Squig and use its Vortex ability to crush face. That'll be pretty good. Let's advance the Swiss. And yeah, because of that fight early on, it's a little sus, right? It's a little sus now. You also have very little AP cavalry. Yeah, okay, we do see some Squig Herd, but Boar Boys are actually really hype. I would also highly recommend the Boar Chariot for 750. It's very cost efficient. And the Rogue Idol is fun, but it doesn't really pay for itself that well. It also doesn't have a lot of capture weight, which is a little sus. Does come in the does get into melee though. It's gonna get yeah, a little bit of deeps, but like it's so expensive, man. I guess technically it has that buff, yes, Spirit of Gork or Mork, which is a mild leadership buff. But it's not that good, right? It's not that good. Also, we're up against Navigator. Navigator. Yo, yo. I'm Vampire Coast. Yeah, Big Gun is, I guess it will eventually pay for itself, but like, a unit that eventually pays for itself is not as good as a unit that just pays for itself quickly. Because it means your army is going to be weaker, right? Your entire army fought worse because the Rogue Idol was here, chucking rocks the whole day. Which is kind of rough.
You have the foe's victory point.
Now, you do eventually win, mostly because the Thunder Barge was not able to get a lot of value. And the Goblobbers here, by the way, are not the most efficient for clearing things out when you're losing on the points. When you're playing as the dwarves, you just want to hold the points. Rocklobber does not hold points, and it only barely pays for itself, which means it was a liability up until this specific situation, and now it's breaking even. Very close match, though. But yeah, I think there's just a few things on composition, a few things about taking slightly better engagements. Honestly, the micro was not bad. I would say mostly composition. Like, I think the Thunder Barge, you gotta stop taking the Thunder Barge unknown. It's only good versus some factions, and it's a meme unit. As soon as people counter it, you're not doing so well. Let's play Lost Temple. The Wolf Riders, somehow one of them actually paid for themselves. I don't even know how that happened. And yeah, get some armor piercing. Why are there anti-large versus dwarves? The Thunder Barge is not going to land, man. Cut the anti-large. Get him out of there. No wonder you didn't break the front line. You had spears. You had spears versus dwarves. You mad lad. Squig needed to be microed better, but the ROR Squig will do much better. The Feral Wyvern, don't take the Feral Wyvern. Don't run it. It's a meme. It's only doing well because your opponent's doing bad. All right? Both of you should stop digging this pit of memery. And your play will be much better. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that deep analysis. Overall, though, the micro is actually not that bad. I think the builds just need some really big refining. The might of the Dowry. Alright, so we're playing versus Norska. We're on Lost Temple. I don't know if Bloats kill the Frost doggos. So maybe they'll be able to jump my Carronades. I really have no idea. But this should be a fun match. Norska's a fun one. Vampire Coast is just really strong though, right? I think we'll be okay. I believe we shall be fine. Let's just go for the standard good build. Screw the meta. Did the same with the Steam Tank before Thrones of Decay. Your Steam Tank. The thing is, the Thunder Barge is viable, but not if you always run the Thunder Barge. If you have to run a Thunder Barge, though, you need to stop letting it get shot by ranged units. A Thunder Barge with 1,500 value, so bad, man. It's so bad. You're gonna have 6 Quarrelers. You're gonna have like more than 4 Longbeards. You're gonna have a whole line of you know, miners with blasting charges. The only reason you brought the Wyvern is for flying units. So greenskins can beat flying units with just skirmishers and archers. Technically, if the dwarf player plays it well enough, they actually want to see a Wyvern because 2 gyro bombers can actually kite it. So as the micro gets better, you would probably want to phase it out. But if your opponents are screwing up and letting their flying units get caught, I guess it's fine enough. It's not the worst thing in the world. But generally speaking, 5 orc error boys will shut down gyrocopters. They just don't really have the DPS to kill off that many archers. And then you should be good. Unknown as a Chad, keep bringing the Thunder Barge. All right, look, you know what? If you have to bring the Thunder Barge, at the very least, you need to keep it above your infantry. All right, you know, if you're always gonna bring it, you keep it above your infantry. Your Quarrelers shoot the greenskin archers to death, and then the Thunder Barge cooks like crazy. That can go really well. Alternatively, if you can somehow get into the enemy backline, if you have like a Rush Slayer build or something, then the Thunder Barge will be defended that way. But as it stands, Unknown is still playing way too aggressively with such a beautiful piece. What do you think about Doom Divers? Doom Divers are okay. They run the risk of gyrocopters camping above them and just killing them with rock drops. And technically, dwarves can dodge your archers long enough to get the rock drops off. So it's not the greatest. Gyrocopters are quite fast, so you can kind of play keep away from any flying unit. And they also take a long time to kill gyros. It's not the most terrible thing. But like, what if the dwarves don't bring gyrocopters? Then you just have a Doom Diver, and they have a significantly larger army. I would say take it if it's working for you, but be ready to see it get less value than you hope for. Now this map's interesting. Technically, there's a lot of trees. So my opponent might not expect cannons. But look at this lane right here. Look at this clearing, right? No trees in sight for this entire path. And then over here, there's a handful of trees. So if you were a cannon piece, you could cover the home point and cover some of this decently enough. Now we're gonna do the strat, right? So I'm gonna park one cannon here and one cannon here. Both points are now covered. And now my opponent might want to dive in with some marauders or something. And then he will die. Is this actually a viable strat or is it garbage? Only one way to find out. Now we got a lot of dudes here, a lot of pistols. We're gonna hunker down in this middle zone. Use Silostra to get some work done. Get the gunnery whites to poke. And that should buy me a good amount of time. Ready, good luck, have fun. It should buy me a good amount of time. If he has chariots, the whites should be able to do fairly well too. Your left cannon doesn't line of sight. Oh, I guess there's trees there. It can shoot through the trees, but I know what you mean. So it should be like over here to get that. Get that laser beam going. Interesting to see horsemen. Okay. Gunnery whites will outtrade the horsemen very well. Same with the pistols. Chariots are the big annoying unit that we gotta deal with. But overall, I'm pretty happy. We may need a little bit of mass here. Maybe some more in goals, we'll have to see. Really depends if the White Kings are enough. But the cannons are doing well. The cannons are cooking. And the White Kings are poking. Everything is happy. If I brace for this chariot charge, they should not be able to get a lot of work done. Bracing working out pretty well. Especially with the tree support. That's, yeah, kind of letting them get caught up. I would not envy those chariots very much at all. Considering they were just shutting down a single pistol mob, that's not a very pretty situation for them. And we still have cannons. Cannons are poking away, they're having a great time. Wolfric, he's gonna get shot to death. Now he's gonna get a boat or something. I guess we'll see. So far though, these gunnery whites are having the time of their lives. They're doing great. I can probably secure this point too just by getting into the fight there. And so far, this is a very bad situation for my opponent. The trading is not great, and I'm about to get a pretty sick cav summon over here. We're about to get a pretty nice scab scrath going. I could probably push this far point too to really give him a hard time. So here's the scab scrath. That should annihilate the marauders. Yep, there you go. This is pretty bad. Pretty bad for my dear opponent. Let's get the pistol mobs over there, and then I think we start getting the dog spam. Oh crap! You had Fimir here. Okay, that's interesting. I don't care about that much. I'm just gonna ignore them because they're kind of expensive. And I don't think he really wants them to be chasing down cannons the entire game. Plus, there's going to be pistols bullying them. Now, bloated corpses don't do well versus Fimir, sadly. Much as I wish they did. Unfortunately, no. They ain't that good. But one of the chariots is going down. How pleasant. His berserkers are in. Silostra getting some pretty good spell cast, though. Ouch, the boat, bro. He got a boat on my dogs. Jeez. All right, the sketchiness increases mildly. Now, I will be able to capture this back point. I do have a cannon here to bully his chariots. And most of the marauders are routing off. So, overall, it's still relatively okay. Though, maybe slightly sus with that rather vicious boat that he just chucked out at me. Gonna see if we can bully the Wolfric. And then this many dogs versus ice wolves is not too bad. We're just gonna keep running away from that burning head. Should be able to outpace it. This Fimir are kind of stuck over there on the far side. They shouldn't be too bad. I do have the triple cat. It's a little questionable though, the overall situation. Maybe I can kill his caster though. And I think what I want here. I think what I want is a unit of Nurgles to capture the flank side. These Fimir, okay, yeah, they're just gonna keep being distracted. I'll run away in the trees, that should help. And the White Kings, they're doing all right. They have another Scab Scrat coming up, and a double cap is good. Wasn't able to secure the triple cap, barely. Well played by my opponent. But still, we have a pretty solid Scab Scrat. I really just want to kill off these Berserkers, man. And the chariots. They are being an absolute menace right now. One of my dogs got caught too. A little unfortunate. I can desummon this artillery piece though. I don't think those Fimir get there fast enough. And there we go. We got a route. That's good. And his chariots, it should go down relatively soon. With the dogs chasing him. We'll see though. He's actually playing this one rather well. Get a nice little terror out there at least. Another Fimir unit has arrived. We got the desummon though. So you just gotta keep in mind that he has Fimir chilling over there and I should be okay. So I lost her though. She'll be fine. If she dies, I don't really care, right? We know how good her cav summon is. So that's not a big deal. Value trading is overall fairly decent. Let's just book it with these guys. He gets another really nice burning head. But his caster will probably go down soon at least. Now how do I want to handle this situation? He has some ice wolves. Hopefully he overcommits with them or something. Oh dang, yeah, his Fimir Bale Fiend's having a rough day. Dog summon over there. Vampire Coast is the dog faction. Another chariot bites the dust. Hell yeah. Now there's the Fimir. Now do I care about them? Not especially, right? In fact, I can resummon the cannon and Revenge of the Cannon them. They'll take too long, right? To actually deal with this. They'll take too long to deal with yeah, this situation. And the infantry, that the cannons will actually just cook them up. At least that's what I believe is gonna happen. My squad over here has routed off his caster, so goodbye to that guy. And then we summon some pistols to just bully them more. This is Fimir bullying. They work so hard, but they're just stuck running around all day. Dogs have done great. The pistols are pistoling. And then we're gonna get some halberds. The ultimate bullying of the Fimir continues. Now whites are gonna have to be a little careful versus the frost doggos. His caster may come back, but it's fine for me. He's pushing for the center, or for my home point. But I think with these guys here, we'll be fine. Yeah, look at this poor Fimir, man. They're gonna lose a missile resist too. And I can summon a bloat. I can maybe summon a bloat there. Dogs and infantry. That's the Vampire Coast special. Dogs and infantry. And I got a great Scab Scrat target over there that we'll be able to get down super soon. Love seeing White Kings again. It's been too long. What's he doing with those Fimir? Now he's just booking it with them. All right. Yeah, let's get the White Kings. He does defend the home point, which is actually quite impressive. I think I should probably get back on it just to secure the point. He should not have defended that. That's definitely a big misplay on my part. But we're still doing well. Fimir continued to get bullied by the artillery piece. The dogs and the Nurgles, they cause terror, which is perfect. Now we can slowly transition back over here. Now, dogs for days. We want to keep chasing off these routing Norscan units. That'll get us many favors done. And here we go, Scab-Scrat City. So if I just chuck it down like there, that should just delete these poor marauders. Ouch! Oh my god! That's a good spell. That's a very good spell. Jeez. Well, there goes about 400 gold right off the bat. It only gets better from here, by the way. Look at this Fimir, man. Oh my god, look at these poor guys. They got 550 value and now they're getting bullied, man. Bro, the defensive cannons, it's OP. Very nice. So those marauders are now extremely dead. They're gone and we no longer have to worry about them much. Gotta keep restocking the ammo. I haven't used that bomb ability at all yet. Maybe. But yeah, with the Fimir gone, now we're chilling. Because now I can start cannoning down the other Fimir. And if I just keep spamming out infantry like no one's business, I believe there will be no victory for the Norscan forces. Huzzah. Got a good route over there. Gonna run away with these dogs. Come on. I said run. I said run. There we go. I said run. Freaking CA. What are you doing? I hate you. I hate you so much. Oh my god. I swear, if Creative Assembly do not fix that next patch, I'm gonna puke. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it when your units don't actually listen to you. Jeez Louise. Jeez. Just disengage, man. The game feels so good to play until it doesn't, I swear. Oh my goodness. Alright, here we go. We got a big route here. I should be able to secure this point. I don't think the Skin Wolves win this fight, not with the terror being so prevalent. And I should just be able to pistol these guys to death now. They wanted to play with the other doggos. Realistic doggo mod. You know, I guess they know what they're doing. We got some berserkers over here, but I have all my spell casting, so that's not a big deal. The pistol mobs rejoice. And now we are heading into a Vampire Coast late game. That means spamming an infinite number of infantry units to secure the points. And there we go. Pistols are going ham. More infantry. The endless tide begins. Oh, I am out of Scab-Scrats actually, so that will be fairly good for my opponent, I guess. I will have to actually get my whites over here. It will take a little while for my infantry to show up, but Wolfric routing is definitely the end times for the Norskins. Without Wolfric, there's not a lot that can be done. This cannon, by the way, this carronade, 1200 value. Absurd. Oh my god, the routes on the horsemen. The doggos, man, the clutch. All right, so there's another little blast over there. We got capture weight. How wondrous. I captured the home point. The entire Norscan forces are now routing. I would say this is looking like a pretty clean victory. Vampire Coast late game is one of the strongest in the game. Not for fighting, but for holding points. Though it looks like he'll probably actually secure this with his berserkers showing up. Silastra can only cook so hard. But this far point is going to be real bad, right? Actually, these Ice Wolves might get that charge bonus and survive here. So actually, it could be a little sus. Home point will be bad, though, for my opponent. And of course, losing Wolfric is just... Yeah, losing Wolfric is going to be the end of him. And you know what? I'll trade the doggos. Why not? Silastra, you can go over here. Gunnery Whites, you're going to be annoying. Oh, crap. I let him rally. I let him rally. Bro, he disengaged pretty fast there. We win on a 1 cap, though, right? Yeah, we win on a 1 cap. I'll be fine. Let's just disengage with these guys. Oh, maybe I'll give him the Lord Loss penalty if we actually kill Wolfric.
Take it back.
The permanent Lord Loss penalty, that'd be great. Oh, dang, that burning head was pretty hyped though. Thankfully, we are undead. They don't care about a little bit of crumbling action. And if I spam dogs here, we'll be fine. Okay, Wolfric, can you run off the map, please? Get the ammo restock. All right. Can we get the Wolfric route? Any moment now, and he will route. I swear. I swear we'll get him off the battlefield. My opponent's actually making this pretty spooky. Don't you dare rally. I swear if he rallies. My gunnery whites are kind of getting bullied too by the Fimir. In the end, I have the doggy capture weight. We'll be fine. But my opponent has made this game a little sketchier than I actually had originally thought it would be. Now, Wolfric's gone, all right? He's gone. Lord Lost penalty. Lord Fled recently is there. Took me way longer than it should have. Oh, I can try out this bomb thing for the gunnery right now. Let's see it. Is it huge? Is it insane? Come on. Come on. Chuck it. You have line of sight. Yeah. Insane. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? Did you see that, guys? He chucked a grenade. It's not even worth the micro. That's how bad it is. Well, at least we have this capture point. In the end, Vampire Coast Supremacy is definitely the way to go. So we rapidly resecure the triple cap because Vampire Coast is a Chad faction. What do you know? Huzzah!
I knew it. Unending
Huzzah!
glory is yours.
Alrighty. All right. How'd the White Kings do? Actually quite well. Salastra did good. Nice. Very nice. Alrighty. We have chariots. Yes, chariots got mulched. Very good, very good. That's a 4th win today. Will we get the dread 100% win rate with the coast? We'll see. Let's see our Vampire Coast. And we have... what are we looking at? We have Vampire Coast and we have Norska. Very nice. You hate those bombs. Wouldn't take them if they cost 0 gold. Which bombs? Are we talking about the bloats or? Oh, yeah, the bombs for the gunnery whites? Yeah, no, they're useless. Absolutely useless. I might as well chevron the cannon. At least it'll shoot a little faster. Look at that though, 1300. For baiting out the Miststalkers, it was worth. Alrighty. Can you chevron the bloat? Yes. It will give it, what, 14 more melee attack, was it? The sick bloat chevroning. I think my opponent played really well, though. He got some nasty hits, but we were pretty advantaged the whole game. I think the Ice Wolves don't trade nearly as well into Undead because they route so easily. So, yeah. Gotta be a little careful. Now, Scrambled Eggs and Boss Toss are fighting. Scrambled Eggs actually lost to Navigator. Dang, I'm the better coast. Scrambled eggs lost in Norska, but we won there. Hell yeah. With the sick bloat build. The sick bloaty boys. All right. Yeah, dude, I love this build so much. This is actually an insane build. Dominance established. Yeah, my win rate's pretty good. How's my leaderboard win rate? Let's see. Would you take an RRR bloat that could detonate manually? It depends on the price always. Yo, 90% win rate. I have the highest win rate on Total Tavern. If we win today, then we should be #1. Is Danican playing? Danican is playing though, and he also has a 100% win rate. Oh wait, no, that means Danican. Oh no, wait, no. He has an 88.9% win rate. Interesting. It's only because he didn't finish his match yet. So as soon as he finishes his match, he'll have a higher win rate. I have to beat Danican today, guys. I gotta be #1. New season. New season means I gotta go for it. Yo, Ko seems so strong though. An RR bloat that costs 3 times as much? No. No, bro. Aim slower? Why are you doing that, man? Dude, I wouldn't run a bloat if you can manually detonate it and it costs 350. I'm barely making them work as is. What kind of memeing? The only reason I can take bloats is because Vampire Coast resummons all this infantry. So you actually don't bring in most of your roster. You're resummoning all of these guys all the time. Or Silostra. If you summon in the Depth Guard or the Sirens, you're generally at a disadvantage. So it's kind of like, might as well have some bloats. Yeah, I would totally take a flying bloat. That's where it's at. I thought they were like 200. The bloats? No. They should cost 200. My god. I would take a bloated corpse that does more damage though for 350. For whatever reason, the unit only does 72 damage. So it doesn't even one-shot most units. It will take 2/3 HP off cavalry. It's pretty sad, I'm not gonna lie. All right, we can get started with the top 4. We have 6 players in the top 4, which means it's going to be tie breakers. Left is top bracket. So that's going to be at Boss Toss versus at Daceberg. It's going to be at Navigator versus Attack Speed Enjoyer. I'll spec this one. Spec slot, please. And for me and Danican, we're waiting. Danican, stand by. Let's do it. Let's get this party started. I feel like bloated corpses, they should do more damage in the center. To the point where if you tank a bloated corpse face on, it deals like 2,000 damage. Like the middle should actually do damage to SEs. Then at the very least, right? Maybe it's not the most efficient trade, but like you can tank it with your single entities. Oh, okay. Optimally, the bloat should do 0 value if you shoot it to death, right? Because that's its big weakness. It should trade roughly. It should be slightly suboptimal versus SEs. So we're talking 2,000 damage in the direct line of blast. And it should be okay versus monstrous infantry. So it should deal like, you know, like a 100, 200 locally. Just don't make it splash too much. I think that would make bloated corpses at their current price point not the worst. But yeah, it's... You'll see. Oh, Daceberg has an extra point. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie daisies. Daceberg has too many points. I will have to admin that then. Oh, no, that's fine. No, that doesn't affect anything. Oh, wait, no, he is. Oh, wait, he is. Oh, crap. So that means it's actually attack speed versus navigator. Yes, it is. Okay, wait. Oh, wait, no. No, we're good. Yeah, yeah. At boss, Daceberg has too many points, so you don't need to play tie breakers. All right, never mind. We're good. We're good. So go ahead and cast this game. Advance the top 4. We'll finalize this tournament a little later. And then we will go over here. Alright. Yeah, so I'm playing the winner of this match. And Boss Hoss and Daniken can face off. At Daniken versus Boss Toss. Feel free to play the semis now if you want. Alright, adminning done. We'll get these. Bloat summon at 70-meter range. That would be so OP. It's basically, so the bloated corpse does the same damage as like an overcast blight boil with full AP. So you can't really balance it. The damage would be way too high. How's it going today? Quite well. Vampire Coast bloat style is pretty jokes. What if we get a better version of Queen Bess that shoots bloated corpses? It already basically shoots bloated corpses. The damage is pretty high. But yeah, this is Wood Elves versus Norska. Who wins? I would say Norska's pretty scary in today's day and age. But if Attack Speed Enjoyer plays a mean kite, I think he has enough DPS to kill Norska. The thing is, though, we're kind of running into a Fimir meta nowadays. A lot of people are spamming Fimir. They're really, really tanky and quite resistant to kite, so... I don't know, man. Alrighty. Are we gonna see, we're gonna see Waywatcher kite? Generally, Attack Speed Enjoyer is more of a... He's more of a man-tide type of player than a kite player. So I would expect him to just spam a bunch of Glade Guard, and they probably trade well into Fimir if he takes the AP version. You know Navigator's gonna run the Ice Wolf Chariot, so they are quite popular. Fimir versus Zote, two sides of the same coin. I can't believe they used to be in the same tier as each other. Fimir got that sick price reduction though. Like they've gone consistent price reductions. I think original Fimir. Wait, no, how much did original Fimir cost? Were they 1200 before and they only got a 50 gold reduction? Is that all they needed? Did they get a lot of buffs over the years or what? Let me see. Yo, how good is AI at searching this? Chat GPT. Technically, so AI is really good as like a search tool, but the problem is it might bring up it might search for information that is not you know, correct. But I don't think there's enough posts online about Warhammer Total War talking about Fimir. So if I direct the AI properly, we might be good. On CA's patch notes for multiplayer, what are all the changes? What's the Creative Assembly website? Creative Assembly blog. Yeah. Sees patches for multiplayer on their official website. What are the changes? What are all the changes to Fimir for Total War Warhammer 1, 2, and 3? Let's see if this is accurate. It sucks with game knowledge because there's not a lot of posts. So like strategy, no one posts about strategy. So it's pulling from like random people. But if I direct it to specifically search the website, maybe it can find it. The thing is, it's not a super popular site, so maybe it doesn't find it well. Dang it. No, it couldn't. It couldn't find it. AI is much, it's much better if there's like a lot of talk about something. It gets more accurate the more something is talked about. Accurately, of course. Dang it. Yeah. It doesn't, it's not accessing the site. Creative Assembly blog. I'll send it directly to the site. The info should be here in their blogs. What if CA deleted the blogs though, because they're too old? Come on, it should be able to search deeper into the blogs, right? Dang it, no, it just can't search. Yeah, it can't dig deep enough. Dang it. All right, and now I want to search through the blogs myself, so screw that. I'm pretty sure Fimir have been getting buffed consistently throughout the years, though. I think people... I think, you know, I think AI... A lot of people are, like, overshooting now for the accuracy of AI. I think it's more accurate than people are memeing on it. It's definitely, it has a lot of blind spots, especially when it comes to expertise. But I would say AI is smarter than the average person that you pull off the street. I think AI would have a better idea of anything, basically. As long as they're not a specialist, right? If you just ask it. But then again, a normal Google search is probably more accurate most of the time. Though I don't think I could Google search the patch updates for Fimir. Such is life. Regardless, we have a pretty fun match. It's a horse skirmisher kite. All right, I see. Yeah, people are also confidently incorrect. That's the thing. AI really is just people all over again. But, yeah. sometimes it can be fun uses. At the very least for some memes. Oh, dang, the Arrows of Kurnos. So fun fact, a lot of people are going for double Waystalker. But only one of them has Arrows of Kurnos because it's restricted. The thing that makes it good is that they are decent at sniping off these SCs. Good cav charge. Sisters of Thorn, they have 30 charge bonus. So they're kind of closer to light cavalry, but a downhill charge is certainly quite nice. The mass is decent. But look at that. Ice Wolf Chariots are in. They're going to have a slowing effect as soon as they get a melee attack on the Sisters of Thorn. So far, they're playing keep away decently. Also, these Marauders are building up their passive. They got 1% physical resist and 1 leadership for that charge. Not very worth it for them. But look at them Ice Wolf Chariots. Now, I'm surprised the Sisters of Thorn are not fighting the Ice Wolf Chariots. There's also a massive Burning Head over here on Glade Guard. Holy! That was probably the best Burning Head he could have cast. I think that did max damage versus a Glade Guard. Holy smokes! Devastation! What the crap? That's the best Burning Head I've ever seen. Only hits 1 unit, but definitely value. Spellweaver fighting a Manticore. I think attack speed Enjoyer might be misplaying hard here. Losing 2 units of Glade Guard from the get-go to a boat and a Burning Head. It's kind of sus. Now, his cavalry micro is good, but cavalry alone is not enough to really kill Norska. They have too many Ice Wolves. I guess he does route off the Sorcerer of Fire. But yeah, it's kind of rough. Also, yo, I guarantee you, if I had to pit my chat against AI, my chat would lose in a general, like, you know, in a general knowledge contest, especially mathematics and coding. Some of you guys would be okay enough at coding. I know there's a lot of software developers here, but I think the AI would be able to get a basic product better. Some of you guys that are actually professional software devs, though, would obviously be better. But like a hobbyist software developer, you know, if I had you to like learn a new library, you know, the AI would probably be just as good with some small errors. Hell, if we're talking even software security, I bet the AI would be better than most of you guys. At least it'd be better than me as kind of a hobbyist software developer. I don't know how to do security well. Also, Chariots did get routed, so they did overextend in the end. Triple cap for Norska. Value trading is slightly in the lead for Wood Elves, especially because skirmishers don't get a lot of value into this pool. It's probably slightly better for the Wood Elves than one might expect. AI is a nerd. Yeah, AI is totally a nerd. It was developed by nerds for nerds. Like, come on, man. Let's take his lunch money. Have you used AI for programming? It's so bad for large tasks. Oh, I've only used it for small tasks, as it should be. I found it pretty useful for learning libraries and learning like really basic functionality quite fast. Yeah, it's really nice when you're learning something and you just want to get the basics really fast. A lot of websites that try to teach you software development, you have to like dig through a lot before you actually get to what you need to. Whereas the AI, if you want to get a specific thing, it's generally faster. And then of course you can actually like confirm later that like it works, you know? But like, I find it as a good first step. But definitely not for like industry coding. Are you kidding me? Industry coding AI is like the worst thing ever. Holy crap, you would be insane to do that. Oh my goodness. Also, are these guys gonna die? Did they uptrade versus Norscan Ice Wolves? So far, it seems like they're doing not bad. Considering they were already pretty low HP, I think this is actually a pretty worthwhile trade. 2,300 values, definitely good. And the Wood Elves have gone the first capture point, which means this is probably bad for Norska. I think the Chariots are fun and all. Like, obviously the Chariots are good. Oh, look at them, they're banned and all that, right? But the Chariots are not good versus Wood Elves. Unless it's a Mantide. I guess maybe he was ready for a Mantide Wood Elf build. Even so, like, there's such a fast cavalry faction. I don't think I really like the chariots here. Although then again, they were mismicroed, so I don't know. Mismicroed and a bad build. Maybe it's just a build victory. I will say his spell casting was really good, but losing the Fimir so quickly was actually really rough. He should have had the missile resist, so I'm surprised he died to the double Waystalker. Doesn't look like Arrows of Karnos is doing any damage anyways. Maybe he overcast too. But now it's looking pretty done for, right? Norska's completely army wiped. Valley Tracker cannot be trusted, as there really isn't much here. Oh. That's pretty good Burning Head. That's pretty crazy. That Glade Guard was at almost full entities despite being at no HP. Oh, dang! And he gets a D7. Now he's gonna get like no money back. Let's take a look. 620, and he gets he got literally 0 for D7ing them. I think it will return the unit faster though. People are really teching into those crazy D-summons. I don't know how to get it off properly. Oh, turn streaming in 1 hour? Holy crap. Turn streaming? Okay. I'm not gonna stream it. I'm gonna play it offline, but I will play it. That's too hyped to pass up. What should I play for turns? I gotta practice some factions. Do I play Slanesh again? I really want to get that Slanesh win. And I gotta practice if I'm not winning. Slanesh for turns. Screw it. I'm playing Slanesh again. I want to be the evil. I want to be the evil raid boss. And then I'll sign up. And then it'll be great. I'll end the stream and then we can raid him. It'll be perfect. No Slanesh. Coast. I'm already playing Coast. Chaos Wars and Nurgle. I want to practice. I gotta practice for the grand finals, man. Alright. Slanesh, Ogres, or Empire? Here, I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll. Fine. No Slanesh. Okay, Slanesh, Ogres, Empire. What else do I need to practice?
Let ChatGPT build an army for you and win a game.
I've thought about it. It would make for a very fun video. But let's see here. Slanesh, Ogres, Empire are all really strong. Oh, and Wood Elves, I guess I should practice. Or counts. You know what? Maybe Vampire counts. No one's gonna vote Slanesh, so I'm gonna go Wood Elves there. Alright, and I'll do the same poll for Twitch. Yeah, I think I already have that challenge on the list. But yeah, I'll get it in there eventually. I'll get it done. Poll. Who for turns? Let's see here. Wood Elves, Ogres, Empire, and Vampire counts. Place your vote. Norsk is pretty dead though. People want to see Vampire counts? How about on Twitch? Pretty even on the Twitch side. Empire and Vampire counts is a close race. And attack speed enjoyer wins. Nice. We're up. Oh, that's why it went so bad, because they were Marauder champions. I was wondering why the Norscan army seemed so small. But yeah, unfortunately, they just couldn't really cook versus the Wood Elf mobility. All the Sisters of Thorn cook super hard. So, yeah, I don't think they were surviving that. Well played to Navigator, though. They played well. But now we find ourselves in the semifinals against Attack Speed Enjoyer. How does one do this? Alrighty. Okay, pretty even on Twitch. Looks like Vampire Counts wins it. It's close, but Vampire Counts actually wins. Dang. You guys are crazy. They're a good faction to practice, though. Vampire counts are pretty powerful. Alright, so attack speed enjoyer wins. We gotta do map bans and the like. He's the first map ban. Let's go ahead and adjust this. Attack speed enjoyer. Alright, and then we get to play a proper game. Coast versus the Wood Elves. I do still think the cannons are clutch, because I'm pretty sure he has to kill them if we end up getting a big, wide open map. Turn streaming in 1 hour. Yeah, he should be setting up his stream soon, I assume. Ban Skollendir's Cave. Let's play Rift. Rift at World's Edge is a pretty comfortable map for me. Alright. And then we gotta beat attack speed enjoyer. My last build seemed to do pretty well. We just need to shut down his skirmishers. He's probably gonna go for a more man-tidy style with a bunch of Glade Guard. I would assume that just makes a lot more sense. I definitely don't need handgunners for this build. So the question is, do I want bombers or what? I could go for deck gunners. Especially if he doesn't have enough to rush a backline. Deck gunners could be extremely annoying for Wood Elves to fight off. Bomb throw is pretty useless. I think we get rid of that. Bomb throw is so bad. Cackle Fruit technically has a slow, but... Screw those abilities, man. Is this a good build? Seems fine enough to me. Alright, let's do it. I'll be back in a second. Mm-hmm. Turn in 45 minutes? Hell yeah. Give him a raid after this. Man, you guys really want to see a lot of undead, don't you? Undead's pretty strong, man. Though, my vampire coast is definitely stronger than my vampire counts. Vampire counts, you have to be really good at microing your SEs. Vampire coast, you need your guns in position. So, yeah, with how often you see me throw my lord, I think you guys know how that pan out. How often are steam tanks used nowadays? Quite rarely. In fact, almost never is where I put steam tanks. People don't even play Empire that much. It's kind of sad. Queen Bess. No Bess, I'm sorry. Okay, so similar strat. We have our cannons. We have our man-tide. We have our pistols. That's it. It's basically the same build I brought against him last time. We have the bloats. Ready, good luck, have fun. Should be good. It's just a wide man tide. He has 10 units. He has 21 units. Bro has like nothing. That's actually a little strange to me. I'm wondering. That means he probably is gonna kite me. So spreading wide with the zombies might be a bad idea. My cannon should be very strong here, though. So we'll see. Has some cav. High spell weaver, alright. Wild Riders should not uptrade too well versus the pistols, I think. Especially with the cannons nearby. Alright, well. Holy cannon value. Oh my god. That's kind of disgusting. So the first volleys from the cannons were good. It turns out. Gonna get a little bit of a volley here on my pistols. It's totally fine. Because there's no way he actually kills this army fast enough. So I lost her can dodge. And then she's gonna get a ghost cav summon here. We're gonna push with our gunnery whites. We're gonna charge in there. We're gonna keep dodging with Silostra. And he's gonna try and arcane conduit me, but that shouldn't be doing too much. The idea that we're going for here is that he simply cannot get value once I get some good damage on his Deepwood Scouts. And with his DPS completely gimped, we secure victory. Interesting that he's killing Silostra again. I really don't think that's a good idea, but we'll see if it actually works out for him. So she's gonna die, but I'm just gonna resummon her. I really don't care if Silostra dies. For once, getting my Lord sniped is a good thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna get another cap summon. This already got me 700 value, bro. That's ludicrous. That's ludicrous value. I want Silostra to come back. So I don't know, man, but we'll see. Maybe he gets some sick plays. Seriously though, look at this cav. Holy crap, they're cooking. And he has to use a bunch of abilities and ammunition on Silostra. And undead literally don't care about crumbling. Crumbling is a negative issue for undead. I think attack speed enjoyer just isn't caught up with the meta. The Silostra meta of the gods. Gunnery whites. They're clutch. There you go. Ammunition is restocked, so the deeps is pretty good now. Then we just start spamming dogs to clear up that flank. And then we'll get Silostra resummoned in a second here. These dogs can kill off the way stalkers and not a big problem. And there you go. The triple cap is on. And now he has to try and secure some points. Plus 16. Yeah, yo, give me more night summons, man. Give me those night summons. I will happily take night summons. Oh, look at the dogs too. Oh, they're so good. So now he has some dryads, but they're a little late. Come on, give me that. I can't believe it. The multi-Silostra build. He's actually feeding me. Very nice. So we got a little bit of cav route. That's good. And then, yo, for the price of a black orc, you get a whole ghost knight summon. Also, I think I got some mail. I think I just got some mail. Am I ahead enough to double check? I'm pretty sure it's mail. I heard them dropping it off. We'll finish this up first, and then I'll check the door. Okay, he's pretty dead, though. I don't want to BM him by literally going to the door mid-battle, right? But he's pretty dead. He's pretty dead. I really don't want to BM attack speed enjoyer, though. I really do not want to. We'll stick with it. It's okay. I don't need to check the mail. The mail can wait for me. Mail from CA. Gonna nerf Vampire Coast. Oh my god. Look at those gunnery whites. So good. Oh, look at this double scab scrap. Oh, goodbye, dryads. Coast is back, man. Coast is so back. Look at these cannons. They're chilling. Having the time of their lives. Look at his lord. Snipe from downtown, man. Get that ammunition to 30% damage again. That's the Vampire Coast passive. 80% ammunition, 30% more damage. And whoa, it's Silostra. She's back. Ripperonis indeed. He has some cav here. Now, technically, they're not worth summoning a bloated corpse on. But if I can get that, that would be hilarious. I guess I'll summon a zombie deckhand and run him down over here. We'll just charge up that cav. Come on. Come on, get over here. If they loop around so that they don't get bloated, I guess it technically saves time for me. Come on. Ah, they're not doing it. All right, I'll have to pistol summon them. We'll pistol summon them. That should do. Ain't no way his cavalry's getting anywhere. And then I go for the Lord Snipe. Right flank is getting worked on very nicely. And then the dog resummon, because Vampire Coast is a dog faction now. They're a dog faction. Bring them back. It's crazy that inefficiently trading dogs are actually still worth. How do you reset my cooldowns? This guy's been Arcane Unforging Silostra. This guy. You want to Arcane Unforging Silostra? You know what? I'll let her die again. I'll let her die again. Why not? Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing the thing. Come on. Come on, baby. Man of the people. Man of the people. Let's go. Let's go. Woo. It's so dumb. Oh my god, he did it. Oh, I'm so happy. I've never had so much fun playing Coast in my entire life. They finally feel fun to play again. Woo! Huge plays. All right, now kill Silostra. Kill Silostra. Let her die. Yes. Yes. Give me the third Silostra. Yes, the enemy lord. Yes, the enemy has slain our lord. Almost got the line one. Oh man, oh, this Coast business is so tough. How am I supposed to win as Vampire Coast? Look at this Cav summon. Oh my god, they got 1500 plus 16. They got 1500. Every time I summon Silostra, I get plus 700 value. That's disgusting. That's gross, man. Holy Vampire Coast. I think the build has finally been figured out. I can love this faction again. Oh man, I am getting low on oxygen with all my cackling. Ugh. All right. So that's a win. Let's go ahead and report it. GG, well played. And then I can get the mail. And then we're up against Danican. Vampire Coast versus Wood Elves. And we won. Danican. Yo, yo. We are up. Let's see the bloat value. Did it pay for itself? So garbage. It didn't even pay for itself. Oh my god. Come on, bro. I'm in. Alright. What's he playing? Danican? I'm gonna have time to eat before Turin's tournament, thank goodness. Oh, he's playing Corn. Alright. So he's first ban. Vampire Curse versus Corn's kind of awkward. I'm really interested to see how this plays out. Oh man. Hey, Correct Wind, what's up? Crumbling is legit OP. Well, Tomb Kings are not OP though, right? He bans Eastern Isle, so we can play Crystal Lake or Blood Grove. Let's play Blood. Blood Grove. It's technically a Corn map, but it's actually fairly advantaged for us. I believe I should have everything I need to beat Danican. Fleshhounds are probably a little annoying though. Does anyone know if Fleshhounds are good nowadays against Coast? Last time I checked, I feel like I remember them actually being not bad. So he could have some Flesh Houndo action. Sirene's a terrible versus Corn. Yeah, they trade into Morngulls, don't they? Dang. That's kind of rough. Yeah, they trade into Morngulls, bro. And I don't want to waste money on rotting Prometheans, not versus Corn. So I guess I just have to Daka them to death. I guess the Daka's okay. Maybe one Sirene in case he has literally no magic damage. Is there something better? Do animated Hulks? No, there's no way they trade into Houndos. No way, Jose. Alright, whatever. It should be good enough. Vampire Coast versus Corn. Here we go. Danican's on the tour of all the factions. He's actually been playing Corn a lot more recently. He's played Dark Elves, Corn, Cathay, and Bretonia. Those are his main factions, I'd say. Outkite them with the Coast Air Force. No, the Furies are too good. If Dwarves can't kite, Vampire Coast likely can't kite either. I would say it would be only slightly disadvantaged, though. Very slightly. Torrance tournament is starting in 30 minutes. Nice. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. We're playing as vampire counts for turns. Oh boy. I'm just going down the ladder of the top factions. I played Slaanesh first, then it's vampire counts. What's after that? But yeah, I think the biggest issue for sure are the Flesh Hounds. I don't think a bloat into Flesh Hounds is even worth it, because they're quite high HP per entity. But if he sent some infantry my way, maybe stream it for us. I really want to, but I need to not overwork myself. I really need to not overwork myself, guys. Otherwise, I get the sad. I get this sad, man. It's actually pretty crazy. I'll let you guys in on some insight. Inticity insight. But I got straight up diagnosed with depression a few years ago. And if I overwork myself, it hits hard. It hits very hard. I'm personally fine. Like, it's pretty mild as far as I can tell, or handled. It's really weird though. Sometimes I'm just sitting down one day and I'm like, you know, I'm eating some food, I'm playing some Warhammer, right? And then I'm just like, man, I suck. It's so weird. Thankfully, I have a pretty healthy relationship with it now, where when I feel like I suck, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's just a depression. Silly you. Silly you. Oh my, you almost got me there. You almost got me. But, yeah. Anyways, it does have to be handled though, so we're gonna take it easy. Besides, Turn will be streaming anyways. I think that's the best way to handle it though. At least that's how I deal with it. And then it's chill. Anyways, I bring this up because I think it's interesting. I'm totally fine. You guys don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me. All right, here we go. Corn time. Corn time. So I brought basically the same build. Same build. I got my 2 cannons. We're going to try and get him to get his infantry onto my cannons, and then we blow them up. I need him to get his, if he can just walk Chosen onto my cannons, that'd be perfect. Odds are unlikely, but you never know. Unfortunately, the spawn points for the cannons kind of suck. I can still park them nearby, though. It's not the worst. And they cover some pretty good Distance, I think we'll be fine. I have halberds for the doggos. We have pistol mobs. Just camping it out over here. If he gets dogs to charge them at the beginning, I should be fine. You got that mentality I like. It's been trained with over many years of playing League of Legends. I actually attribute League of Legends for my mentality, because League of Legends was the first game that I took great pride in being a very chill person playing. And that kind of made a feedback loop where I'm like, hell yeah, I love being chill. League of Legends, man. It changed my life. But alright. Flesh hounds are in. So you gotta be a little careful about them. We got Silostra. Cannons can get some work in at the very start. They'll be good. And for the Furies, I'm just gonna summon in some doggos. There you go. Look at that. Cannons poking away. Now, is he gonna stall build me or what? And what's he gonna do with these Furies? Is he just gonna YOLO it? Gunnery White should be pretty good here. And okay, he's committed. So then we dismount the artillery piece and get the dog charge in. That should be able to catch most of the Furies. As you know, the game does not really work very well for disengaging. So he should be losing out on most of those. If I can get them to crumble, that'd be perfect. And now we slow push for the third point. Dang, look at that. Oh, God. Oh, geez, the disengage is horrible. Fury's got mulch. Oh, that's a mega value play. All right, nice. Now we YOLO Silostra. The best part of any Vampire Coast game is YOLOing your Lord into your opponent's backfield. Get him, Silostra. Beat him up. He just has a blood speaker. He doesn't even do magic attacks. He has Minotaurs. Both thought I was going to crab him. All right. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Get over here. Silostra wants a fight. Guns are kind of risky. You know, I'll take the guns. Why not? We can capture this point. So he's repositioning, but I'm as wide as the entire map, so I'm not particularly worried. CA jank at the finest. Yeah, the great thing is we know how to exploit the jank. I've submitted so many bug reports. We know what must be done. Aha, he has Flesh Hound still there. All right. So Lostra's on the move, though. We're gonna get a Tide Call. Gonna blast him. Flesh Hounds, we run away from. Blood Speaker, I should be able to beat up. And I have 2 more dog summons to kill the other Furies, if need be. Now he needs to send infantry here, and that'll disrupt his general formation. Almost want to summon a gun unit here just to blast him a bit. Is he going to commit to that, though? Okay, yeah, no commitment. No commitment. He knows that that is a very sketchy position to get into. Can I defend this, though? Can I defend the cannon with the dogs? There's no way the bloat is gonna work here, right? 0 ways. I gotta go for the pistols. I don't want Danican to win this match. He can't get 2 tourney wins in one go. Here he goes, though. He's going for the main fight. It's Chaos Warriors. Those are Marauders. Should be able to double scab scrat them fairly well. That should take care of them. And we're gonna go here. We're gonna summon a dog. And that should be relatively okay. He's really trying to work down those cannons. Probably so his Minotaurs live, but I actually don't really care about the Minotaurs. They really don't matter that much to me. Gonna get some pretty nice charges here, I think. His Furies have committed. But I have some guns. I can start peppering away at him. Alright. We might be able to catch some Flesh Hounds. He's trying to get attack commands here. I whiffed my cavalry, though. A little bit of a misplay. But overall, we're taking a pretty solid fight, I'd say. Yeah, look at that. Guns are going well. Furies are kind of dying. He has some infantry in the backfield, but not a big deal. Silastra still alive. We'll just leave her in combat. And then if I can kill off his Furies, that'd be great. Remember, he is triple capped. This can't possibly be a very comfortable position for him. Very nice. Alright, a couple more otters. Can we kill him? Can we kill him? Cannon's doing great over there. And we've crumbled away his doggos. That's great. Got a doggy charge on the Minotaurs. We still have a triple cap. That's really bad for Danican. Look at the bloat. Look at the bloat. He's making a run for it. Oh, he's here. He's on a horse. Dang. Maybe I can shoot him up a bit.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Maybe I can get some pot shots on him. We'll see. In the meantime, I gotta finish off these flesh hounds, sadly. My infantry's clutch, though. My infantry simply do not die. And there's another double scab scrath. We'll chuck it right down the pipe over there. Killing them marauders. The cannon bait is amazing. Cannons are really good at baiting out the opponent. So far, so good. Killed off his doggies there. We have guns still online. And now he's summoning skirmishers, which are not very good, right? No way the skirmishers will be able to get much work done here. What do I want? More pistol summons, probably. Yeah. It's Vampire Coast. Of course we summon pistols. Are you kidding me? All right, Gunnery Whites, beat him up. The bloat. It's baiting him out. Oh my god. He's getting murdered to try and kill the bloat. Oh my god, the bloat bait. Oh my god. That's the sickest play I've ever made off a bloated corpse ever. We actually baited out his lord into dying. What the crap? That's hilarious. Bro, he's gone. All right, Chaos Warriors. Your time is now. Prepare for the bloaty death. This bloat has paid for itself 10,000%. 10,000%. Oh my god. Yeah, he's gone. Hey, and we got it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I have no right being this effective with this build. No right, man. Oh my god. Look at the Gunnery Whites. He's still triple cap too. That's insane. How is Coast so good? They've been this good for so long. Why aren't more people playing Coast, man? This is so good. Look at him go. Oh my god, what, Marauder Horsemen? I don't care. I got pistols for days. Actually, they might be able to kill the dogs. They have anti-infantry, but aside from that, it's not like he's capturing the points or anything. He's still triple cap. That's the best part. Strategic value, yeah. Absolutely outplayed. He knew he had to deal with the bloat, but I think he severely underestimated how strong Vampire Coast Daka is. They do not joke around. That 30% damage increase on high ammunition is absurdly strong. He was just fighting a bunch of those guys. A couple doggos here, we'll just focus them. And now he's spamming mobility, which is pretty bad here. Mobility can't really dislodge the halberd spam that we have going on. So as long as I keep summoning in those guys, it should be pretty over. All the routing units we chase off with the doggos. Get the halberd in. Easy. Easy peasy. I can't believe we did it. We won with bloats. Oh my god, that's freaking hilarious. He didn't even get that much value. All hail the mighty. Vampire Coast is back, baby. Oh my god. They've never been more back. Holy crap. Oh, that's so good. Did you want to play? I've never felt so back, man. Oh, I love this faction so much. I love them so much. The pew pew. I'm using Gunnery Whites again. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're using Gunnery Whites again. I'm so happy. The handgunner value. Oh. The handgunner value. Nice. Gunnery Whites. They were still full HP. There was no threat to them. Amazing. Yeah, one of the cannons almost paid for themselves. The other one baited out a Fury. Dude, the double cannon start is insane. Double undefended cannon. Crazy play. Backstat is so back. Man, oh, this is so good. The bloats are kind of a meme, but... oh, man. Well, that was fun. Not every day I can beat Danican so handily. I do think this is a favorite matchup, and his build was not good into mine. Like, the Minotaurs just could not cook. But, that's nice. I think I might up Vampire Coast from an A tier faction to an S tier faction on my docket of factions. I would say Vampire Coast feels as strong as my Empire. Maybe even stronger than like my Norska or Ogres. They feel really strong, man. I don't know, man. They feel really strong. Gotta have minimum of 1 bloat. I guess you might as well. The playstyle, like, on the off chance that you can get a sick bloat hit, you might as well make your reinforcement points deadly. I think you might as well, because you're always resummoning anyways, right? Vampire Coast doesn't really run out of summons. And I love the idea that Danican, that was like the first time he ever saw a bloated corpse. And we like short-circuited his brain. He's like, I gotta pop that thing. He moves in with his lord, instantly dies. I swear we totally short-circuited Danican. There's no other explanation. Oh my god. Confuse thy enemy. So dumb. Well, anyways, I'm gonna be playing in Turns tournament. He was freaking out, yeah. He's like, I gotta stop it from hitting my infantry. But anyways, Turn stream is coming in about 15 minutes. Here's a link because I am unable to raid him. He also streams on YouTube, but he hasn't started yet. Check him out. He's one of the main reasons I'm even here. Such a pillar of the community and the multiplayer scene. Salute to you, Turin. Hopefully we don't match into each other. I think it's fun, but he always brings up how I'm very spooky to match into each other. If we match into each other round 1, that'd be hilarious. But anyways, peace out. Thank you very much for the donations unknown. I'll probably cover your other replays later because you've been supporting us so much. And to all the other shout out to your members. Thank you, Clint, Terry Tarkleby, Pops, Miss New Booty, Thomas Vitek, Caculandia, Steven Samorden, Charlie, Benjo, Noble Naldor, and Ogan Dorner. You guys are great, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.